Interesting. Okay, there's also energetic resonance. That's like mitigating the harmful effects of spells. Expend one of your spell slots of a level equal to or higher than of the triggering spell. You gain resistance to one of the triggering effects. That's pretty defensive. I feel like spell relay would work a lot better with our makeup. I feel. I mean, then you can get advanced bloodline, which just gives me another focus point, but that's not necessarily a spell that I'm really worried about, I think. But
with hand wraps, can I have hand wraps on and wield a bow staff?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Can I can have a buckler on as well, right?
No, well, yes.
No? Yes?
Yes, because it's freehand.
Right.
But I don't think you can use it as a buckler.
I can't.
Because your hand is occupied, I believe.
Yeah, isn't it? You want to use a bow staff?
Yeah, I want to use
and a bow staff is two-handed, and it already has a buckler built in.
It's true, it does have a buckler, yeah. Which is cool because, like, bucklers are cool because, yeah, you get to raise your shield and all that, but I can't stand the idea in my head of wearing a buckler. That sounds so stupid to me. The circle shield that covers most of the forearm. Ugh. I'd rather
it doesn't fit
die.
your character's aesthetic, but it's a fencer type weapon, right?
Exactly.
It's supposed to have a rapier and a buckler.
But a bow staff.
Or a mangosh.
Bow staff's badass.
Also, I just found the best level 3 spell. I mean, absolutely the best level 3 spell.
What is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Wooden Double.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
It's a reaction spell. The trigger is you are critically hit by a damage-dealing effect or a strike. Effect. A wooden double appears out of nowhere and takes the blow in your place. Take a step action. A wooden block of your size and roughly shaped like you appears in the space you left and absorbs the hit. The block has hardness 5 and 20 hit points. If the wooden block is destroyed, you take any excess damage but the block didn't absorb. After taking the blow, the wooden block collapses into a pile of splinters and dust. But it's a free 25 hit points.
That's insanely strong.
There's another one at 5th level called Drop Dead that does something very similar. It's when you get hit, you instead go invisible, take a step, and then an illusory copy of your corpse drops in your spot. So long as the creature has a reason to believe that would have killed you, meaning it's not like they pricked you with a fucking, splinter or something like that, then the creature believes that you are dead until they take a seek action to determine whether or not you are truly a corpse.
That's really cool.
I don't know. I think the splinter could probably take down Asa.
I was gonna make that joke. Damn it!
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I beat you to it.
I hate everyone. I'm leaving the game.
Oh, and to note, with a buckler, I looked it up. Bucklers say you can raise a shield with your buckler as long as you have that hand free or are holding a light object that's not a weapon.
Gotcha. Good to know. Good. I'll get rid of this ugly fucking thing.
Hooray.
Yeah. How much is
my feats are all borked.
The striking and the +1 rune? What are those together? It's like 130.
Hang on, what's borked about your feats?
Oh, I feel like I have far too many than I should.
I mean, they have slots, so you can only do but so much.
Well, but that's before Path Builder got updated correctly. It's gotten mixed up since then, so I'm just making sure I'm fixing it. Because I wasn't using Path Builder for a bit.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, and I'm
Maybe we should take some time to go over your character and rebuild it.
Yeah, and there's some other things too that will probably help as well, but I'll talk to you in PMs about it actually today, so.
Oh, says I also have a problem with key strike. When I go to cast it, like this, key strike. When I cast it and I go to roll the damage, it has a base D6, but it doesn't allow me to change the type of damage. which I think I'm supposed to be able to do with Force, Spirit, Vitality, or Void. I can add a new d6, but that just makes it 2d6, one with the type of damage, and then one that's just plain. Not too sure what I gotta do there. I mean, I could just be like, just do it and then tell you that I choose this type of damage, but it's not automated.
God, we're spoiled.
Yeah, it's not
No,
automated.
it's a
no.
spell for you.
Is
Okay.
Cody done with his main character syndrome yet?
No.
Like, are we gonna start? Or...
No,
Wow.
just you wait.
We literally was like, "Hey, Cody, do you want to be the main character?" And like, we all said, "Sure."
If I
Died.
If we get I died. If we get to like level 18, I can literally become a Super Saiyan. Like not even slightly like otherwise, it's full on Super Saiyan.
Wow.
Monk is awesome.
It's really fucking cool.
Okay, here's what we're gonna try to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay, key strike to the side. 1, 2.
Oh, hold on. If I drag spell effect key strike onto myself, it gives me the ability to select damage type.
Okay, there we go.
I think that's what I have to do. And now I have it on me. And then if I were to do an attack. Of course, it did the good damage there. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. Cool.
Okay, fantastic. All right, anybody else run into anything when leveling yourselves up?
Wait, did we level up?
Yeah. Well.
I mean, not
we're-
yet,
Not yet,
but
we are prepared.
we
We're
did it.
preparing to.
Right.
Wait, you did it?
I mean, I'm path builder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
All
haven't.
right.
We haven't.
I was like,
hit
whoa,
that
hey,
yet.
whoa, hey, whoa. I'm down. I don't care about anybody.
Yeah.
I need
I
my
don't
level
care.
6.
My God, Rebecca truly method acting here. Truly. I don't care about all you guys. Level me up.
Rebecca's seen the higher level play. She wants to be there.
Oh, trust me,
How
I would
do
love
I?
to be there yesterday, but I've got character growth I have to do first.
Speaking of
I
Rebecca,
mean, it's a slow burn. If you go right to like level 15, it's real easy to get lost.
Oh yeah, no, I get you. Oh my God. Okay.
All right, Rebecca.
Okay. I don't think anything happened last time.
Nope.
All right, so let's go ahead and resume.
In the void.
Let's see. God, I don't even. When did we last
we
play?
started with
Do I-
the fight, the
Last
the
week.
crab.
Why don't I have any? I have no. Oh,
This
yeah.
is
Okay,
why
I
I do
didn't. I
nothing
didn't
for-
date it.
Notebook.
I didn't date it. That's what happened. I was like,
Mm,
why don't
mm.
I have any notes?
That's
Yeah,
like a weird type of solipsism. If there's no notes about it, it never happened.
That's true.
yeah. If you don't think, you aren't are, right? Yeah, so we were in the ice prison and we finally unlocked it, and then we got to the drawbridge and then we looked out and there was a big old crab. It reminded us of the crab construct that Dorthra had built. We were nervous that it was gonna fuck us up, and it did a little. I mean, it did a good job at it. Yeah, and we just had to keep hitting it with fire damage so that it would have a lower AC and we could kill it. And then eventually, we did kill it and the stone homies that he had with him. And then we went to the pedestal in the middle that dealt with the ice block that was the prison that had allegedly an architect in it. Asa fucked around with the pedestal for a while, got the ice to melt, and then we freed the architect, and that's where we're at now.
It's very true.
Mhm.
You all
Oh God! And then
Oh,
fucking I forgot. I didn't write it down, but I
How could you
forgot.
forget the bathtub?
I-
How?
Oh God! Well, because it just so much was happening at the end there, and
Yeah,
then
it
so
was.
we walked out of the prison, and then somebody was like, "Haha, you violated the exact parameters of the agreement that we had," and we're like, "No, we didn't." They're like, "Yeah, you did," and then the architect was like, "And you're all paste." We're like, "Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I guess cinders is more
when you
apropos."
asked, not proactively.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, did we ask, hey, can you turn
Yeah.
all these people into cinders?
I told him
Oh.
about.
Not in those many words, but
I told him. I said we're here from Arask, and we're here to help Dorthra, a young architect. We need you. Could you get us
Oh,
out of
you-
this?
You name dropped Dorthra. That's
Yep.
what helped us.
Yep.
Yeah, and then we got back to Arask's tower. And then we all decided to like hang out for a second. I forgot that the architect was dripping metal and it was really weird. And then they went to go hang out in the lake for a while. Probably destroying the ecosystem in that lake.
all
to
the
be
fish are
honest.
dead.
They're all dead. They're all just cooked. Just been steamed.
Just
can
like
have-
calamari just like pops
Yep,
up through the
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, fried and battered and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow, all
exactly.
right.
How'd that
And you're
This
like,
is weird, but
"Whoa."
sure.
Pumice.
And and then yeah, and then uh, and then we found out that some people were not invading, but they were getting into the tower somehow, just like pests. You know, the Griots used to be terrifying, and now they're just like little pests that were like, oh, fucking, I got Griots again. I just sprayed a week ago. And they confronted Bo when he was naked. I don't. He's always naked. He just needs
That's
to.
a lot.
You know, it's the attention. It's part of that main character personality sort of thing.
Hey.
And then we defeated the Griots, and we were like, well, this is a problem that we have to deal with because we need to activate the security system. But if we activate the security system, it will probably boot us out, and then we won't be able to use the tower at all. So this is a issue we have to deal with. And then Kara and Bo talked in the bathtub about stuff. I wasn't there, so I don't know what it was about. I'm sure it was all above board. Everything was cool. Kara seems like she's a big fan of everybody. So that's probably what it was about. The end.
Oh, no, I think you're right. I think you're gotten around to something.
all right. So we pick up after Bo and Kara have the oddest bathroom conversation ever.
Not the oddest.
No, I think
No,
that's a pretty
that's
odd
pretty
conversation to
awkward.
have in a bathtub.
You literally standing on top of Bo, who is naked in the tub with your clothes on, and just sat there, and I pictured it as like you were barely that far away from each other's faces.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's awkward.
I've been
Steve.
sort
I
of
don't
power
know
move.
about- I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
picturing
about-
this
move.
like a fucking business meeting, right? Where like people have itineraries and everything, but you're just in a bathtub at the same time. That's a really weird clashing of things.
All right, session 52, fuckers.
Really, 52?
Yep.
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah. Well, it was 1 year a couple months ago.
Of sessions.
Yes. Yeah. in January.
Just think, guys, today we might hit level 6.
Maybe.
After a year.
I
That'd
have
be another
I have minimum 3 things of scenes I want to roleplay, so probably not.
Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. We're okay with that.
Fun
That's what we're here
tidbit.
for.
Oh?
If we followed the way that Pathfinder 2 is designed, we would be over halfway through the campaign speed-wise.
Yeah. fuck
Really?
off.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Those-
campaigns are like scaled to about a year and 10 months with regular XP
Hmm.
income.
Yeah. No.
That's not how we roll, though.
No, it's not. We have story to think about.
Character development.
We're a
Talking.
year
Can't
in.
forget about the talking.
And 25% in, so this should go about 4 years. This
Yep.
phase.
Again.
Yep, sounds about right.
Better pace.
We tricked you, Seth. It was all a setup.
Look, we're the ones who just can constantly make it to Monday. I don't know what everyone else has a problem with. I make that sound so mean. Oh god. You too could have a 4-year-long campaign if you put time and investment.
Does
And just bullshit your character the entire fucking time.
Pretty much.
does the architect ever come back out that night, or are they staying upon the
Not
entire
that
night? Not that night.
We've gone we gone to sleep, so I have no idea.
So we
Yeah.
are taking shifts to watch the portal.
Yeah, Core's not in that. Core's
Yeah,
just,
Core's
I'm
not.
going
Core's
to-
sleeping.
I'm going to fucking bed.
All right. At multiple times throughout the night, you all are woken up by things coming through the portal.
You've gotta be fucking kidding
Bump in
me.
the night.
Alright, so we're gonna have to turn the security on. That's good.
I'm
Fortunately, most of these are fairly easy for you to destroy and, move on. But you have a good feeling that this has probably been going on for a fair long time at this point. Or at least for as long as you all have been through the portal and not tending to the tower itself directly.
Is that
Well,
a
I guess we
fucking
also have to-
polar bear?
What
Is-
polar bear?
I'm also like did time kind of move the same way that it did when we were on
While
where
you
we
were in
were,
Yulgamot,
or-
Yeah.
you would remember that Yulgamot in particular had time. It's one of the only places in the astral that does.
That was it similar to Golarion time.
As far as you know.
Okay, great. It's gonna be the Feywild all fucking over.
We sleep.
Steppy.
Okay, so we go ahead and resume. Let's just say the next morning for everybody. With you all waking up after finally getting enough rest. It took you all about 10 hours to, get a full night's rest just with the constantly being woken up to deal with more pests coming through. But yeah, eventually the sun is up and
Actually,
yeah,
sis.
you have a nice day.
Do elves trance in Pathfinder?
No.
No? So they need a full 8 hours as well?
Yep.
Correct.
Hmm.
In Pathfinder, elves are not planar beings like they are in D&D. Elves are aliens.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Stupid. I hate it.
They even have big ol' alien eyes too, if you look at the imagery of
I
them.
hate it. Fucking hate it.
Incredible. So sad. Kitty, could you calm the shit down? She's been meowing constantly. Since
Here
fucking
is a
today.
picture for your sake, Cody.
Oh, yeah.
That's a terrible drawing.
Look at them eyes.
There's so many necessary knives on this person.
Oh
You
my
can tell
god.
that they're the rogue they're the rogue named.
Yeah, because they got a fucking rapier. Fucking rapiers.
This is
But
a
yes,
bad
elves are
drawing.
specifically aliens. They're not native to Golarion.
Oh.
Alright. Anyone want to do something in the morning?
Yes.
What would you like to do?
There is a knock at Ace's bedroom door. It's like very early. Like crack of dawn, the sun's barely coming up.
Okay, so you all just finished killing something and people went their separate ways, and then Bo goes to Ace's room before you all
No,
go
no,
back
no.
to bed for last time.
There's a knock at her door.
Yeah, and I'm saying, like, very early
Right.
isn't when you're waking up.
I-
You're getting up like 8 times overnight to kill Grioths.
It's not Bo.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, Asa, you get back to your room after slaughtering a whole bunch of Grioths,
Makes
Uh,
sense.
very much irritated at being woken up repeatedly
Mhm.
throughout the night. And there's a knock at your door.
All right, I'll go and I'll open the door.
Hi, could you help me with something?
All right. Sure.
Yeah, just down this way, and we'll head down the tower. and out the front, to which there is the wagon, and there's a horse settled up to it. Brew is sitting in the back, and there's like a sort of overhang that could be pulled up, but it's a bit too high for meat. He goes, "Could you just can you yank that up for me? You know, I don't want the sun to disrupt Brew while we're driving. He's been up all night."
Okay. And I'll do what meat asks.
Good, good. Thank you. And that'll be difficult. I'll have to come up with some way to do that on my own. But all right, I think that's the last of it.
You're leaving.
Oh yeah. Like I said, contract's done.
Contract's done.
Yeah. I just came back for Quinn's grave. A nice little chat. And told him what he's missed so far. And yeah. I mean, I don't really got any idea where I'm going yet, but I figure head west. Maybe stop in New Steffens, see if there's any help needed there. Lord knows it looked like it needed help last time we were there. Go farther west. I hear there's some place, New Maria or something. Got a lot of weird things going on over there. Feel like Caden could push some bravery that way, but
There's a lot of weird things happening there.
yeah, well,
You're right. I'm sorry about Quinn. I wish there was something we could do for him.
yeah, I'm still upset about it, honestly, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was his time. There's always a plan of some sorts, and you know, not only that, but I know he's where he's supposed to be, and I'll get to see him again one day.
I'm really glad you believe that.
You know, I really hope that one day you find your faith, Lisa. And I don't mean you gotta be some sort of zealot or some cleric grasping to a symbol, or even someone that goes to a temple every other Sunday and, you know, gives a small prayer and goes on their way and doesn't think about it again. I mean, faith in something. Because it's a beautiful thing to be able to go through life in your darkest of times, and when things just look as if nothing could ever go right, if you're going to hell and back and you can't understand why, but you got faith in something. It's like a rope when you're at the bottom of a river and finally you got something to pull yourself out of. Whatever you may end up finding faith in, I hope you find it.
That's a very nice sentiment. Meat. And I understand that you follow the god Caden Killian, the god of sort of bravery and YOLO, all those sorts of things. I get that. I did have faith in the past. And It really was something I deeply believed in. And I was empowered by my God to do incredible, awesome things. And a lot of people died for it. And when my God died, I became a better person. So, faith doesn't mean the same to me as it does to you. And that's okay. I hope I can have faith in some person someday. But I'm a bit more discerning in my old age. And it will take some time.
Finally got something out of you.
Well, you're leaving. I thought you might want a parting gift.
It is a glorious, glorious gift, Asa. Thank you. I know that we made a tough decision back there, and that it ain't gonna be easy for you to have to carry it, and it ain't right on me to leave and to leave all the burden on you, but I hope that I could be the focus of their anger, and you can enjoy the time you have with your friends. 'Cause take it from someone who's lost theirs. I wish for nothing more than I could have had more time with him.
I don't think that any of them consider me their friend, but again, I do appreciate the advice and the sentiment.
Well, who knows? Might find out some things you didn't know. But I should get going. I don't want to make a whole scene of it and whatnot, and I'm sure the others don't really need to see me gone. But I'm glad I got to come with you. I don't know if you felt like I helped at all or anything, but I felt I was meant to be with y'all, with you, me and Quinn. And when we were back on that mute and that strange place, I felt like I could see a path that y'all are on. And I was able to help a little bit. And that's going to be one of the greatest things that I'll hold with me for the rest of my life. Maybe it's just my faith, me being silly, but I think all of y'all in that tower, you got some really, really interesting times ahead of you. And are going to do some great things.
I hope so. I really do.
Okay.
Good luck on your journeys, Meat. It's been lovely having you around.
Well, hey, till next time. Who knows? Maybe I'll be back around again and save someone else's mentality.
Maybe.
Meat hops up on the driver's seat of the wagon, takes the reins, and looks over to Asa, gives her a bit of a smile, and then gives some whip to the reins. He starts singing as the car just slowly pulls off. It's in Goblin. It sounds horrible, but he sings very loudly and passionately as he slowly disappears. Pretty much.
Yeah. I don't really watch him right off. We said what we had to say. And just turn and go.
I imagine me looking back for one fight. Oh, she's gone.
Oh, she just straight up dipped. She just left
She's- oh,
immediately.
oh, shit. No, he's singing. He's happy.
No longer working with those crazy bucks.
No, that
Crazy Longshanks.
little zealot thinks he did God's will, so he's happy.
Sacrificing people for the will of Cadian.
If you can call them people, you know.
All right, so you, everybody else, eventually with time wakes up a little bit later into the morning because it was a very busy night, but you wake up nonetheless.
24 fucking Greedoths. 20 fucking 4 Greedoths.
I head outside to see if the pond is still bubbling.
When you get over to the pond, you notice that it is a little bit shallower than it was last time you were over there.
Oh, that's not good.
And more notably, you see what appears to be a bunch of what's it called, broken into bits rock, all scattered about. It looks like it's fairly frail rock, but there's definitely a whole bunch of it. It's almost like something shed a whole bunch of stone.
We're going to have to landscape the hell out of this. It's going to take a lot of work, like buckets of water.
You know I can just put water in it, right?
Anyways. Is there any signs like burning footprints in the ground or any tracks or anything?
Go ahead and roll me a survival to try to locate some tracks.
Survival. This ought to be pretty good.
You take a decent bit of time looking around, trying to see if there's any tracks of where the person's gone or whatever left this stone had disappeared off to, but you're just not able to get a track. You think that you do for a brief moment, but it just leads you back to the tower, and then you realize that you're following your own footprints.
Great. Just great.
Well, maybe they flew off?
Why would they fly off?
I don't know. We don't know anything about this person. Hell, we don't even know what they look like because they were covered in molten metal, but...
Hello?
Hey, why are you guys making so much noise? We just got up.
We're looking for the architect. It looks as if they've stopped melting. At least, it seems so. But can't tell where they may have gone.
Okay, let's look around the tower real quick. If not, then we'll have to check the peripheries.
Sounds good.
Alright, you do a quick scan of the tower, and you don't locate anybody within the confines of the tower.
Wow.
Alright, let's go check outside.
They could have went down to town, but that's like a day's walk.
Yeah, that would be a bit much. They don't even necessarily know about the town either, so...
That's
Well, we
true.
told them about there was a town, but he wouldn't know where the direction is, unless there's some magical way to know it. Anyway, why would they leave? Like, where would they go? Well, like, I don't know. Let's just take a look around, see if we can find something like,
Maybe the town?
no, like around this area. Maybe they're, they just drank a lot. Maybe they're looking for something to eat. I don't know.
What did they eat?
Are you just searching randomly?
Couldn't pick out no tracks, so I don't know what they where they could have gone.
I can try and see if I can find some
Country, but
tracks.
I'll also try to find anything that might be a trail to somewhere.
All right, go ahead.
Survival, I'm assuming.
Glad you guys picked up on that because I have a 0 survival and I know I rolled shit. So
I have plus 12. Let's see how I roll a 1.
All right, Kara and Core working together. You find a set of tracks, but they lead you over to the pond to a pile of stone, and you realize that you're following Bo's tracks. But fortunately, at that point, you're able to pick up the actual trail.
I did
and
that
you see
too.
that, and you see that the tracks lead a little bit up the plateau that you all are on to a rock face that leads up to the peak.
Oh.
It's heading in that direction.
Oh god, they're digging up Quinn.
Up here. Oh no.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and check that out. We should go ahead and let Maddie and Asa know we're leaving. They can watch the portal while we figure this out.
Sure. I'll go do that. Bo runs back to the tower. Hey, sir, Matty, we're going to look for the architects. They should be close by. Yeah, make sure the towers are overrun by monsters. We'll be right back.
All right.
And then I run back.
Hooray.
So you make a great messenger because you're fast. That's why you're so good at
I'm
it.
very fast.
You're very fast.
You're so fast. You're like Sonic.
That's nothing in our universe.
You're Sonic the Hedgehog, though.
Oh god. Let's go ahead and head that way. See if we can find the architect.
All right, you start following the trail, and you see that when it gets up to the rock face, there's a little outcropping of trees where the tracks lead. And you notice that there is a cave against the sheer side of the rock face.
I swear, if it's naked in there, it's just gonna be a day. There's too many naked people, but let's go anyway. Hey, are you in here? Oh, what was
yes,
what's the name?
Please enter.
Oh, okay.
You hear sounding out for in return, echoing a bit against the cave wall.
I'll go ahead and enter.
Yeah, same.
You see that the cave is relatively small as you enter and your eyes adjust to the different lighting within. You see what appears to be a bunch of makeshift equipment and furniture sort of setting up in the area. There is a workbench made out of some form of molten stone. You can see what appears to be a forge, an anvil, all sorts of different stuff sort of scattered about. That seems to be in line with a workshop. You notice that at the center there is an insectoid 6-armed creature, and they seem to be at work tinkering with a device on one of those workbenches.
You got really busy really quick.
Has this always been here?
The cave has always been a part of the landscape.
I meant more the
The
workshop.
equipment has not.
Oh, okay. Where did it
That
come
is
from?
mine. I made it.
Very handy.
Okay.
Oh, the lava?
I sculpted stone and pulled up natural minerals from the mountain. And I have sufficient fish boiled alive in my cocooning. You see that they gesture over their shoulder, and you can see that on another table they have, a pile of fish that seem to have been boiled. Almost to the point of being scorched by it.
Delicious.
As long as it works.
It's good to see that the metal has stopped. I hope you rested well?
I had sufficient time to rest within the cocoon. Unfortunately, exerting that much power in a short period of time does leave one a bit vulnerable afterward. Once I was recovered, I broke free of the shell, left the parts, and came here to begin work on reestablishing a foothold here in this world.
What are you
A
making?
foothold.
Of course, if I'm going to be operating here, I need to have a suitable location to work from.
Okay.
What are you making?
At the moment, I'm getting a workshop with all the pieces that I need to begin arms preparations.
You're making weapons?
That is what I do. I am an arms manufacturer.
I see.
Who
Well,
are you making weapons for at the moment?
At present, myself. Afterwards, whoever offers me whatever it is that I require.
Oh, okay. Um,
well,
we
You mentioned that there was an architect child who is in danger.
yes.
What has happened to Arask?
You know it,
Uh,
Rusk.
No.
yeah, that's their friends apparently, or at least colleagues.
We were clutch mates.
You're
We go way back, you might say.
Rask is an architect?
yes, the species. The
He is one of my kin. That is accurate.
Oh.
it's good to know. What is your name? I don't think we caught it.
I am Susio.
Susio. It's
Who are you all?
pleasure to
I
meet you.
assume some form of project of Arask's. He did always
Students.
have a weak spot for the smaller creatures.
Yes. Students for the most part. My name is Nobly Rogarvia. This here is Kara. This is Kor. The tall red woman is named Matty.
Did you say Rogarvia?
I did, yes.
Interesting. I have known some of your family. They attempted to stiff me on a deal once. Did not end well for them. I hope the pattern does not hold with you.
I
I
try.
will not be so lenient a second time to one of the same bloodline.
Of course. I try my best to right my ancestors' wrongs, so you don't have to worry for that.
Yeah. What? By the way, what'd you do to them?
That is between me and them.
All right.
The elf, her name is Asa. Most of us have lived in the tower for a good long while. Maddie and Asa studied underneath Arask. I just sort of lived here. Core
Hello.
came
Hello.
down.
I was hatched 7 months ago.
Yes, in the pond that you were resting in.
I'm a bit sad about that, but I guess I'll have to fix it myself.
And Kara is a good friend.
That is the way of things. Things break and it is up to you to repair them if you find them of sufficient value to do so. All things are an exertion of energy and will. I wish you luck in replenishing that pond. It will take some time to return to its natural state on its own merits.
I hope I live long enough to do
I have little doubt you will find it at least doable, even the most, shall we say, limited of your kinds, in general, should be able to achieve something in just a few years. Though if you have any type of skills beyond that of a standard peasant, then you would likely be able to achieve that at a much more accelerated rate.
that. That's a lot of words. But Dorthra talked like that anyway.
Right, Dorthra.
Yes, that is the architect child, is it not?
It is.
Yes.
They were they were underneath Arask's care, and Arask is currently missing, somewhere doing something. We're unsure what, but he had us go and take care of her. But something happened, and she is now locked in a prison of sorts. Cora, you know more
What
about
kind
this.
of prison attempts to contain an architect child? We can easily flens whatever creatures are attempting to keep her bound. It
That's a
should be
little-
no issue.
it's a little more complicated than that. Otherwise, we've done it ourselves. The actual the quote-unquote prison is actually a satellite that fell to the planet, a fallen star. Apparently, it was made to cloak the planet, and from what we understand, it might have one of those creatures with the 3 legs and the 3 faces as a power source for it.
Honestly, the wreckage sort of did look like those ships that we saw
Yeah.
where we were before.
The problem is we can't. It's made of sky metal, so we can't really penetrate really well without the proper tools. And there's a handprint that only works for your kind to open it.
I see. So that is what Arask has been up to on this fledgling world. It tracks that was always a thing of his interest. An astronomer by trade, tinkerer only on the sides, but it's his choice to go that route.
You're saying Arask made this thing?
Yeah.
It is very likely. I have not seen it. I have not seen it directly to inspect and see the telltale marks of his craftsmanship, but as was described by the one that you call Kara here, it was made to mask this planet, and that seems to be something that would fit within the purview of his interests. He is one who has held on long to the old grudges of our kind, and has kept himself rather upwards focused to the things that reside in the dark. Others of us have just moved on with our existence and made our own way about things. But, be that as it may, whatever differences there are, and with regards to philosophy, it still remains our collective responsibility to look out for the young of our kind, who are still too young to have made reasonable and wise decisions. And it seems like one of them has been caught up within one of the constructions, and Arask is not here to properly instruct their child on how to deal with it. I question what might have kept him away for so long, but one way or the other, we must free her. Where is this satellite?
Oh,
It's currently in a place called Sovereign Hill. It's to the
The west.
west.
A bit southwest, but mostly west.
Very well, we should make preparations to head to Sovereign Hill then.
Well, it's a long trek, so we're probably going to need a good few weeks to set up.
That is acceptable. I will need a few weeks to get my foothold established here.
Okay.
I need to reconnect to the network. The
W-
node here has been out of date for quite some time. I figure that
Oh.
it's probably Arask's doing. Didn't want to connect to the rest of us. That's what it is. It's his purview. This was always his world.
So you have a network where you could talk to other architects?
That we do.
How many
Alright.
are there?
Not as many as there once were, and enough that you would most likely only find one of us if you ever went looking at any one time.
Alright. You seemed concerned about the Dominion in Black when we were back on Yulgamont. Are you adversarial with them, or?
I am adversarial with those who seek to get involved in my business. And they were there disrupting Yulgamot, which is my business. That made them an enemy of my own.
But you're sitting up here now.
For the time being, yes, because there is an architect child that must be saved.
Alright.
Of course. You talked about how the thing that Dorther was currently stuck in was Araska's creation, most likely, and that he was hiding the planet from something. Do you know?
That is correct.
Do you know what he could have been hiding us from?
Likely entities of the Dark Tapestry. They are in an endless struggle to expand outwards and snuff out stars, but there are some amongst the gods and the planes that seek to counteract their efforts. And that struggle has made me quite a bit of money, fortunately, as wars always do.
oh,
Right.
well, that's nice.
Okay, so you're profit-oriented then.
when it comes to things that are of my interest, yes.
All right. Will you be willing to help us with some of our things that we need help with?
If there is sufficient reason for it, and if it pushes towards the ends that I am here for, then absolutely.
Okay. We have a couple of problems. Currently, our security system is down. We're trying to get it back on, but we need a way to basically give ourselves administration privileges to it, so that we can actually use the stuff in the tower.
Yes, there's terrible creatures coming out of it almost constantly. We barely got any sleep because we were constantly having to fight them off.
So annoying.
You are going to need to discuss that with a Rask the next time you see him.
Well,
Alright.
shit.
Yeah, if you can't help us, then we'll probably just have to deal with it.
His magical designs are his own. They bear his own markings. They're not going to listen to anybody but him, or somebody who is of sufficient power to disrupt his enchantments. And while I may be able to do such a task, it would be a very cumbersome one, and one of great disrespect to my old clutchmate.
Makes sense. We wouldn't want to force you to do something that would be looked upon badly. Well, I guess we'll just have to turn on the system and wait for us to give us privileges later.
Alright. Well, that's one thing taken care of at least. I hope we can get sleep next night. We need to prepare for when we actually go into this satellite, because there's probably going to be a bunch of gnarly things in there that are probably going to be very dangerous. So we're going to take the weeks that we have to try and prepare for that before we get our journey started. I guess go ahead, and if you need anything else I think we can help you with while you're getting set up here, just let us know.
I shall, but I have everything at my fingertips that is necessary for this time.
Good, good. Please don't hesitate to ask. We will most likely be over in that tower throughout the weeks, so if there's ever anything that we could do for you, or even if it's just something as simple as food or anything, we're just right over there.
Yeah. One other thing of a personal nature is we're trying to find out more about the ancestry of Core here.
Oh.
And we're wondering if you maybe, with your vast knowledge, know anything about their species.
Looks like an eternal dragon to me.
Are you sure, though? One of the professors at the college on Yorgrimmars, they seem to think the same thing, but they said it didn't quite fit.
Are you interested in letting me dissect your friend
No.
here to try to analyze the differences?
No, we would like Core to be undissected.
Well, any damage that was done would be easily repaired.
Physically, maybe, yes.
Also, not always with flesh. Metal makes a fantastic enhancement to a physical form.
I'm sure
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
it does.
You are here. I am simply talking to him about you.
I mean, Core,
Still rude.
you don't
That it is,
you don't
and I
want to
don't
go
care.
you don't want to go through that, do you?
No.
Right.
No, that's a bit unnecessary. But thank you for your honesty on that matter.
Your offer. Well,
You will find that I am an open book about most things. If I tell you something, it is not likely to be a outright lie, though I may keep certain things close to the chest.
I can respect that.
could you make us weapons?
For the right price.
Of course. We may come back for that. Well, Susio, right?
That is correct,
Right.
Rogarvian.
it was a pleasure meeting you. Hopefully we can have a good relationship and save Dortha as quickly as possible.
I do agree. I will say it is unlikely that she has fallen into any harm, and if it is, then it will be entirely Arask's fault. So do not bear any of this responsibility on your own, and none of this will likely fall back upon you.
We'll try our
I just
best.
want- I just want my friend.
I
Okay,
know that
well,
you do, but there are terrible things that would befall one who harms an architect child, and given what I have come to understand about the situation, it would not fall back on you. The only way that harm will come to her is if Arask had truly gone off the deep end with his safety precautions.
yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Um,
Okay.
I think we should leave them to their work, yes?
Yeah,
That
let's
you should.
Of course.
let's go, Core.
Okay.
Pleasure meeting you.
And you, Rogarvian.
Now we'll go to leave.
Yep, take our leave.
While they're gone, and Maddie and Asa are guarding the tower, Maddie's just gonna look over at Asa. So this may be somewhat of a stupid question, but is there any reason we're keeping the giant robot guarding the outside of the tower when it could be guarding the portal?
Well, initially, we had it guarding the outside because we were worried about some idiot stumbling in and finding all of Harass's secrets and stuff like that. I guess now, that we're here, we can have it come inside and guard the portal. That makes a lot more sense.
Wait, it can't fit, right? Isn't that what you told me last session, Sess? Was that it can't fit up there?
Didn't it come out of
It
there?
had to have come out of there, so it should fit.
Oh. Well, yeah, we should
Yeah.
definitely do that.
I
I thought last session you said it couldn't get up there, but
You're not
maybe I
here.
misheard
Go-
it. Yeah.
go away.
I will
Can you
say,
just
you
pack up
think
your
that
main
the robot
character
will
system,
likely
send them
have
for a second?
issues against a swarm. Like, it was good enough to stop, human peasantry, but if something of significance comes through, that thing's probably going to get shredded.
if something is capable of shredding it that fast, we weren't gonna do shit to begin with.
Oh, calm the fuck.
Just give it a gun. It'll be fine.
Just give it a gun.
Yeah, we should just give the robot a gun.
Just give the robot a gun. Me not gun.
Worked in Terminator.
Me,
Or Robocop.
John.
Also, we'll still be here at the tower, so it's not like the robot's completely alone. We're gonna hear that fight.
I was just
Right.
making it clear for, long-term planning.
Yeah.
You have a very clear decision point here, and that's not going to be deterred entirely by just the robot.
Sad robot time. And all that,
So, Core, how are you feeling today? You feeling a little better than yesterday?
Oh, I slept okay.
Hmm.
But,
Sure.
yeah. I'm okay.
Okay. It just seems like you were getting, upset
Well, yeah.
with
I
all the
hadn't
stuff we have to
slept
deal
in-
with.
I hadn't slept in a long time, and I didn't
Course.
get any food, and I was very hungry. I've been really hungry.
Did you eat your fill now that we're back?
Maybe. I think I might need more, and the fish sounded really good, but I don't think there's any more fish in the pond.
Well, maybe that could be a little project of yours while we're preparing to leave to help remake the pond.
Maybe. Well, I mean, how long do you think it's gonna take to have the socio person, architect person
If I had to
get
guess,
ready?
I'd say 6 to 7 weeks.
That's a long time.
Yeah, well, we need to be prepared ourselves for when we go in there.
Shouldn't I be training in something different other than fixing a pond?
It's up to you. Whatever you think is right for you.
Yeah, I don't really know how your training goes, how your training regimen goes as far as with magic and stuff. I guess trying to fix a pond might help because you have water magic.
I don't know. I just sometimes just learn how to do things. I don't know, like I liked drawing and then I did it and then I was good at it, so I continued to do it and there's that. And now then, I over the last like whole time I've been alive, I've just sort of been like, oh, okay, maybe I can do that, and then I've been able to do it. So I don't, Asa says to read a lot of books, and I definitely know why, but usually I feel like I know what I'm doing by the time I read something.
Well, then I guess you're a step ahead of her.
Maybe, but I think she's way smarter than I am, though. I
Yeah,
I
probably.
might kind of guess things around, but she knows why things do the things that they do. I don't.
Mhm.
You just have to find out what you're good at, Core.
Well, I already know I am very good at hunting and fishing, and finding footprints, and art stuff, um, uh, healing, and um, swimming. Um,
All right, that's a pretty good
I
list.
I I don't. Maybe I should figure something else that I could possibly be good at.
Well, if you want, just it seems like you have a good list there. I guess there's always room to improve on other things.
I don't know. I'm sure someone else probably thinks that could improve in other things, but I don't know what they are.
Okay.
I guess maybe if I go and check the pond and maybe get rid of all of the junk in it, maybe I can think of something then. Maybe something will come up then.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Why don't you try that right now? You could spend a day in the pond. Relax a bit.
Oh, you look at that pond, and that is not a pond to relax in anymore.
Well, there's relaxation in fixing something you love.
There's a lot. Yes, there is. It's just there's a lot of dead things right now. It's not gonna look very nice for a little bit. I have to get rid of all of that and all of the dead algae now floating at the top.
Well, what better time to start than now?
Yeah. I guess I
If you
better
don't
go
want
get a
to.
bucket.
You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Mm,
Oh no, that's okay. It was pretty, and I liked it, and
Alright.
it deserves some lilies probably, and probably maybe there needs to be a willow nearby. I don't know. I'm sure there's something. I'm sure I can figure something
of
out.
course.
Okay.
Well, you enjoy that time, and just try to relax.
Okay.
We'll be over in the tower if you need us.
All right. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna get hungry again eventually.
Of course. Cora?
Yeah.
The tower.
Yeah, we're going to the tower.
Yeah. Once we're a decent bit away, Bo kind of in a hushed tone goes, I think now's the time we talk with Matty and Asa.
What about Core?
Yes.
Yeah, we can talk to them. I don't know what to do at this point. Honestly, this is a fucked up situation.
No answer's going to be great, but everyone needs to have their input on this.
Yeah. You're right.
We head inside to gather the girls.
When you get to the tower, the giant robot is missing.
Oh no.
Well, fuck. I guess be ready. Who knows what's inside?
Yeah.
Go inside the tower.
Me and Maddie are literally sitting at opposite ends of a couch trying to catch popcorn in each other's mouths. Floors littered with popcorn.
Wow, you made up
Very
real quick,
little
didn't
thing.
you?
Where,
You know
where's the robot?
what?
Well,
The
we're here, so
right?
the robot's in the portal room because we don't want to stay up again every night for the rest of forever.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't we do that last night? Well, whatever. We actually wanted to talk with you two. Core's currently over at the pond. Well, first, we talked with the architect. The name's Susio.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, they're making a workshop up in a cave. They're
Pretty
weapons.
fast.
Yes, they're a weapons maker slash dealer.
They're a weapon. We have an arms dealer.
An arms dealer. Yes,
Yes.
Okay. All right.
They seem to profit off war, but they were
All right.
one of
All right,
Araska's
good.
clutchmates. So, I guess
So what does that mean for us?
sibling. I don't know. I guess Aunt Uncle Suso. But they're very interested in helping Dorthra. There's not that many architects from what we could gather, and taking care of the young seems to be a very pertinent thing in their species. They don't really know where Aras could be or why he wouldn't be here to help Dorthra, but they're more than willing to help. They said they need time to set up their spot, so I think we take a few weeks, ready ourselves, and when the time comes, we can head west. Get Dorthra back.
Yeah, they also said that we can't. She can't mess with the arrest security system, so we just need to turn them back on at this point.
Oh, good. Well,
I mean, we just won't have access to his laboratory, but we got fine
Ellie,
without it before
look.
that.
Not like we could actually use much of what's in there. Honestly, it's pretty advanced stuff.
True. And if one of the key uses of that place is to transport us to places like Yugelmont, I don't want to fucking use it. I never want to leave this place again. That was terrible.
it wasn't just Yugamont. You understand that inn can go to any of the planes.
Well, that is useful, but
It's extremely
Look.
useful. Probably beyond our pale, though.
Yeah, if you really want to get back to that and just find Rain and figure out how he got there.
well. Anyways,
Is there anything that we need to grab before we turn the security system back on?
We should probably get all that sky metal.
a sky metal in there?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of very
thought
valuable
some of
sky
it.
metal in there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
we
I'm not
need it.
there.
Very good. Yes, that's extremely valuable. Well, I mean, that is our ask. I mean, yes, we're like family, but how much are we going to be stealing his fortune?
No,
Oh, all right.
I can't guarantee that. Possibly, but we are trying.
We don't have
Yeah.
to use it. We can store it somewhere more accessible in the event that we need to use it. Our ask expects us to keep Dorthra safe, and it may be necessary to use some of that sky metal to achieve it.
That's a very fair point, matey. That's a good point. We could just take it outside of the laboratory and store it somewhere safely in here. And that way, at the very least, we have access to it. Well, okay. Retrieve the sky metal, turn on the security system, and go about weeks of training. But there was something else. It's about Core. I told I believe Core about this, and Lisa, I don't know if you were there, but there was a problem with Core when me and Matty were alone with them. They sort of snapped. Really became. I don't want to say evil, but the tone they used, the sinister smile, the look in their eyes, it was not them. And then Matty stormed off because Core did say something rather ridiculous and upsetting. But as soon as Matty left, Core seemed to just come back to and didn't really remember what had happened. They were their normal selves. And I told Core to get some rest, and they did. And then, Cora, you said that you looked in their journal and found that they'd been killing things at night?
No, it was just like a one-time thing. Apparently, like she blacked out and killed a bird.
Right.
Very upset about it.
We've all sort of had this thought in the back of our head for a long time, but it's time that we talk this out. Core is a child, and we are bringing them in to do terrible things. Now, yes, they're no normal child, and we're all they've ever known. And that's why we've continued on this path as long as we have. But we really don't know much about them, and the longer the time goes on, the more things seem to be getting dire. I'm not sure there's a good answer for what we could do. But me and Carl were talking, and the idea came up about potentially talking with Core about having them go stay with Scarus. If Core is having these struggles with some other anger or sort of being inside them personality-wise, Scarus knows how to handle something like that. It's just an option. I'm not saying we do that, but we need to talk about Core's future. Because none of us are parents, but we've been raising them. And I don't know if we've been doing a good job.
All right. So, why are we... Isn't this really more Core's decision?
I want to talk with Core as well. But we as the
That's
adults...
magnanimous of you, Bo.
Well, of course we're going to talk with Core. I'm just saying, we as the adults need to have a serious conversation here. I mean, Core's killed people. They've been alive for less, maybe a little bit over a year now. If that.
I don't even think it's that much. They've right.
Killed multiple people.
Yes. It's been very obviously damaging.
I don't know. If Arask was here, he should be the one to be helping both Dorthra and Core. But he's not, and we don't know where he is or how to contact him. So we have to step up and have to try to help. So any ideas, thoughts on what we should do?
You think Core's possessed by something?
It could be a curse. It could be a possession. It could be... Honestly, that would be the better solution because that we can handle. But I'm afraid that whatever core is, this has an undertone to them, a more primal side that they haven't been treating. I mean, this eternal dragon thing, the very minimum that we've learned about since Yulgumart is that they were supposed to be insanely powerful and condensed down into this smaller form, but kept that strength. But Core just seems like a child. They're strong and definitely advancing faster than a normal child, but I mean, the small snaps, the things like what she said to me, Matty, the look that she gave, and killing things that they don't remember. It's there may be something mentally wrong. If it's a possession, if it's a curse, I mean, that would be the best solution for us, honestly. But I fear that it's not.
I personally don't think that Core is cursed. I don't think that's anything like that going on with Core. I think they've just gone through some stuff, and their mind's trying to process it however it can.
That's fair, given that it has been a lot of stuff and it can be difficult for even us to deal with at times.
Yeah, I'm willing to go with angsty child until we have more definitive proof.
Okay.
I mean, you're right, Bo, that none of us are particularly suited for raising a child. That's never something that I wanted to sign up with. But as of right now, has Scarus said that he's willing to take Gore?
Scarus probably still thinks I'm dead. I told him we'd be back from the drinking hole and I would train with him for like a month. So I need to try to get in contact with him anyways. But
Does he think you're dead?
more than likely, yes. Though I was. But
I might
Scarus...
be able to help with that contact.
Really? How so?
I think I've got a spell that could do it.
That would be amazing. And we could talk with him. I'd like to get an answer from them before we even broach the topic with Core. Because, I mean, I can't see how Core does not take this as offense. And it's not going to be good in any way, bringing this up. But we need to talk about a solution of some sort. The solution doesn't have to be Core needs to leave. But it does have to be some sort of change.
Okay, we can talk to Core and we can ask them if they want to stay working with us as far as going on these escapades that we've been going on, because it seems lately that they've not been enthused about it.
No, not at all. And it's been very obvious that they've been trying to make decisions or try to take charge when they have no idea what they're doing, and it's disrupted not a few of our endeavors.
I just worry for them. If this is what they've gone through so far, and they're already starting to snap after these months of being alive and us having put them in terrible position one after another, I mean, it's not going to get easier. We'll talk about it later, but I will go home, and I will have to do what has to be done. And if Core's there, I mean, that's a magma dragon. And that's probably the least of our concerns moving forward. If what Susio was telling us is right about some sort of dark tapestry and Orask hiding the planet, gods only know. But we are
Right, which is
we're at the bare minimum of stress. And putting that child through this, I don't know if I want that on my conscience.
Maybe we ought to just chuck them out into the wilderness for a few weeks.
I know that may have worked for you, Matty, but
Maddie kind of shakes one hand waivily.
yeah, exactly.
I don't think trucking out into the wilderness is the best idea, especially if, given how powerful Core is, they need somebody who can handle that.
But that's my hope with Scaris. Now, and again, we'll talk with him, but Scaris is almost a mirror for what Core could potentially be. He was made to be a weapon, a rage-fueled weapon, and he's conquered that side of him. And is someone that is peaceful and can control that in his self. And not only that, but the grove that him and the rest of the colony live at, it's completely hidden. Without those people, no one's getting there. It's safe. Core would have someone that could teach them. There's a town of those elves that could help raise. I can't think of a better solution right now. But it seems like a damn good one.
That's not a good solution. I can already tell you.
How so?
It's called abandonment.
Yes. Yes, there's no real solution I see that doesn't have us leaving Core. And
The only other option is for Core to get over this thing that's eating them up inside. So they need to get, I don't know, emotionally stronger.
how could we do that?
Yes,
How could we?
children notoriously known for being very emotionally mature.
This is my
Yeah.
point. I don't want to go out there to Core and tell them, Core, fuck up. I know you're 7 months old. And I know that you had to kill people and see death and carnage, and you're going to see more. And you need to pull up your bootstraps. Okay, yes, it would be terrible, and Core may never forgive us if we have to abandon them. But in the long run, it might be better.
What about a dream journey?
A dream journey?
Yeah, so clearly this is a Core is dealing with things. They need to face them, so we need to somehow, without doing it the convenient way, induce a dream journey.
You mean sort of like what happened when we slept out underneath the mushrooms with scars?
I really wouldn't call that a dream journey, just sort of a weird dream sharing.
Yeah,
There wasn't a lot of journeying there.
it was also terrible.
I don't know why you would think a carnival is terrible, but I'll let you have your opinion.
I had more things. It's besides the point.
But yeah, similar concept, and somehow induce a dream that lets Core face their problems. I don't know how to do that without convenient medicine nearby, but
I
But
don't.
don't you think the issue, Maddie, is not that Core has some sort of problem to deal with, something that they're upset with? The issue here is that Core is immature. They don't have necessary life experience to endure the things that we have to endure. If
Are we
they
back
want
on checking them out into the wilderness bit?
Oh, that's not
I-
the solution, Matty.
I'm telling you, it'll have them buck up real fast.
No, I think that's just a whole bunch. That's a different sort of trauma doing something like that.
You'll get over it.
I don't know if Cole will. I don't know if they will.
I mean, is there anything else? We have scars. We have a dream journey. We have chucking into the wilderness. Can anyone think of something? Because I don't want to break her heart, but I can't, in good faith, torture this child.
I'd like to talk to her, or talk to them about these episodes they've been having and see if I can get them to confide exactly what they're feeling to me.
That could be good. It seems
If just having you know that they're willing to admit that there's a problem would be a good start.
Matty, that spell that could potentially get us in contact with scars. Do you have that ready?
No, I'll need a day or so to prep it. And I haven't actually used it before. It's more like concept work, so it may not be as useful as I'm hoping. We'll have to see.
That's a shame. Honestly, if we had more time, I would like to just go down to Mivon, but, well, we don't. And it's a fucking long journey. I don't know. I think that's a good start, Cora. It should just be you. If we all go out there and crowd, it may look like we're trying to attack her on this type of thing.
Alright, yep. Maternal Kara's at it again. Taking care of the children. Okay.
You did kind of volunteer for the role.
I know.
I mean, there was a sarcasm, but who do you think is better for that position? Which one of
Yeah.
us do you think is better at taking care of young people?
Yep.
That's why we're in the situation we are. Your ability, Kara, the one where you can see things,
Mm-hmm.
does that hurt people?
No. Not that I know of.
You could ask Core if you could use it on them. It may give us an insight.
I'd like to use it on if they have an episode and see what that's all about. But let's see what I can talk to them about. So I'm gonna go off and have an awkward conversation. I'll see you guys in a bit. The car's gonna go over to the lake.
Bo sits down in another chair and he opens up his mouth for Maddie and Asa throw awkward.
Maddie grabs a handful and chucks it at
Oh,
That's exactly what I was going to do.
oh, oh my God.
You didn't catch very well.
No.
So, any other horrible revelations you want to work out with the group right now?
Revelations now. I want to have a talk with all of you. Well, Matty, you don't know, but you should be there to get caught up. But I'd like for that to be later this week. I need to prepare for that. Outside of that, no. Like I said, we should prepare ourselves. Spend the next few weeks getting ready to go over to whatever Arask made and hopefully get Dorthr out safely. Suso offered their services as well. They said that they
Lucio, the arms dealer.
Yes, the arms dealer. Listen, I don't think we have to trust them completely, but we could always use weapons.
Actually, I've got like a small stockpile now.
I couldn't use any weapons. Couldn't even lift one.
That's true. You can't. Very weak.
Mm-hmm.
Matty's sword
very
talks. Did you notice that?
I did.
Yes.
Not really sure what that's all about.
It sang too. Was really good.
Yep, I've got it in the room, resting up. Speaking of which, my room. This guy individual, the one you all let into my room.
I don't think we let them into your room. I think it just happened.
Well, characteristics that you guys didn't bother to fucking track. Slob.
Terrible.
I'm so sorry. It was truly a deficit on our part.
Yeah, well, at least it's clean now.
My room was dusty. Did nobody dust? That one?
Why would I dust your room?
Why would
I
it?
look like a person who dusts.
Was I the only one taking care of the tower all those years?
No,
Yes.
Greg was.
Oh, Greg.
Greg, of course.
Oh, I miss Greg.
Speaking of which, we really should start get sweeping. Maddie summons Greg.
Greg!
I prepared the spell this morning since we're back and obviously not gonna have to fight any horrible giant monstrosities today.
Very good. Well, let's wait.
While Kar and Cora are gone, Shogoth shows up through the portal, just like, fuck!
Damn it!
Time to go. Tower's out of commission. Not allowed in there anymore.
Going to stay with Ace's boyfriend down in the city, or the town.
Who?
The
I
mage.
don't.
He went veteran.
Oh, no. He's gone.
Terrible. I thought that could have been it.
I mean, I murdered him.
Oh,
Yeah. If you eat wizard hearts, then you gain their abilities.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think I would eat
Yes.
a heart?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
Didn't you ate other elf? Remember?
Wait. Hold on. That was a completely different situation.
I
That was
don't-
part of a cultural ritual. That wasn't to gain the power of the elf. That's not what that's for.
Didn't you? I gained memories. I think that may have been gaining their power.
Yeah.
Regardless of exactly the reason why, it was still super weird that both of you participated.
Ah,
Man, that's a little judgmental. It's just a different culture than what you're used to.
people have different ways. Some celebrates winter solstice. Some eat their friends.
Yeah, those are cannibals, and typically we treat them like monsters.
Well, they're dead friends. Sorry, judgmental miss.
Yes, because I don't eat my dead friends!
Bo
It's
looks to Asa and signs something judgmentally, and then he's like, "Oh right, sorry."
I'm right here. I can read it just fine.
yes, ha. I'm on the joke. It's funny. And I'll say something in Elvish.
Can I speak
Yeah.
Elvish? No, I can speak Draconic.
Actually, wait, hang on 1 second.
No, I
You
can't speak Elvish.
Yeah, Maddie responds in Elvish.
Yeah. What the?
Alright, well,
yeah, we
next
all
thing-
do. We're like, what the fuck, Asa?
All right. Oh, right. That's one of the ones that you idiots know. Okay, and then I'll say it in Empyrean. There you go.
Okay, snob.
What about that one? No? It's really hard to curse in Empyrean because it's the language of like good, right? And so, really, if you look into the etymological origins of Empyrean,
I throw popcorn at
then
her.
you have to.
Lame. Throws popcorn. Alright, go have your serious
Yeah,
conversation.
to Core and Car.
Alright,
Done
Kar pushes
insulting
Cora over
each
by the
other.
lake.
I'm like,
Hey, Cor.
I'm not gathering a bunch of sludge into the bucket. And there's like a pile of sludge. Just... Oh, hi, Kara.
Hey, Core, can we talk for a minute? Probably longer than a
Oh.
minute, but can we talk?
How about we can talk while I'm getting a lot of this stuff out? Is that okay?
Well, I'd rather you come and sit with me for a little bit.
Oh. Okay. Right here. Okay.
I put the bucket down.
Where'd you like to go?
Just right over here and just go to some rocks, and we'll just sit on the rocks.
Oh, okay. I wish it was a prettier view, I guess, but...
No, it's not that bad.
Probably could do a little better with less fish carcasses that are literally now lava rocks sort of piled up on the... Anyway, that's not the point. What did you want to talk to me about?
I wanted to talk to you about this episode that Noboru says that you had. You seemed to get really angry, and then you said you don't remember it.
Oh,
Sorry, my cat is being... Lily?
That she is the other side.
Lily, you're split into like several soul pieces now. Stop.
Wrong campaign. Wrong campaign.
Kitty, I just need you to not be on the desk right now. Okay. All right.
yeah. I don't really. I mean, I've had Bo ask me if I was okay. Asked me if I remembered anything from like a couple minutes ago, and I said no, and I was really tired. And yeah, I just don't really remember anything from that, I guess.
Okay, well, the thing is, we're kind of worried about you. You had
About
like,
me?
yeah, we're worried about you. You're important to us.
Oh, what about? The thing that you were talking about?
Yeah, because it's not the only thing. Like, when you got attacked by that cloaker, you kind of snapped a little bit and just started ripping it apart.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
um, I remember getting really mad and grossed because I got vomited on. Yeah, but then I remember, what it looked like after. I don't think I really remember what happened during.
Yeah, here's the thing, Core. You've been exposed to a lot of really bad stuff at a very young age. And that can have an effect on you. Can have effect on how you react to things. It can hurt you in a way that you don't expect.
Like, physically?
No, it's more like trauma.
What's that?
Trauma is it's when your mind is basically breaking down under the pain of all the things that are going on in your life.
That sounds really sad.
Yeah.
How do you... how is it different from, like, a cut or a bruise?
It can be hard to treat. That's one of the problems with it. It takes a lot of introspection and working at it to actually start to repair the damage that's been done inside of you.
Oh.
We want you to be healthy. And all this death that you've been exposed to, all the violence, it's clear that you're not happy with it, right?
I I don't like seeing people get hurt, and every time we go everywhere, guys get hurt, and then I have to do what I'm good at, and that is making sure that you guys are okay, and that I patch you up, so we're okay again, and and then we can go on, and um, and then we continue, and so we can get Dorthra,
Yeah.
because I want my friend back, and
Yeah.
and I feel really bad because she got really upset, and I wanted to help her, and I didn't get to help her, and
All right, but we're going to help her, Core. But we need to make sure we're helping ourselves as well. We need to make sure that we have everything we need in order to move forward so we can help Dorthra.
right, but I I just I don't really remember these things. What happens. I'm sorry. I just don't.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You're doing your best. Like, some things are just complicated, and they just take some time to get adjusted. And I want you to be able to take that time.
Well, how am I supposed to do that?
Like, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I've gone through my own bit of trauma, and I was young too. And I'm not going to tell you to just buck up and deal with it, because that's not going to be helpful for anyone. So I think one of the things that's going to help is if you acknowledge that there's a problem. You have these, if you just start looking to find out what kind of feelings you're having inside that are making you have these episodes.
But I don't.
Is there anything you're
know.
holding? Is there anything you're holding back? Is there something that you want to say to me or Bo or anyone else?
Not really. I might have been a little mad at Asa and Mead and stuff about all the fighting that happened. But we eventually got to where we needed to go, and I feel like we're doing good. You know, we're on a better path, and we're one step closer, instead of feeling like 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 we're losing our way instead.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Because I don't remember being mad or doing any of that stuff. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to look for.
What about yesterday? You seemed like you were upset yesterday.
I was tired and I was hungry. I was very. I think that's why I got a little mad. I was just really tired, and we finally got what we needed to do done, and we finally got out, and I think I was just. I knew I think I just needed sleep, and I was just really tired.
Okay.
So I'm sorry if I sounded that way.
No, it's completely understandable. We put you through a lot.
feel any different than I felt any other day. I got my energy back. I got a task to do. Like a chore. I'm cleaning up the pond, and I got and we have the architect person here, and so I feel like this is good. I feel like this is good.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this is a problem that we're gonna have to deal with at some point. When the time comes that we have some time, are you willing to go talk to some people to see if we can work on this?
It's just I don't really know how to work on it if you don't remember what happens.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of it at all.
Yeah, well, we were thinking about trying to find some people who might be able to help you. Like, remember
who?
like, I thought maybe that Scaris guy might be able to help. He seemed to have talked about his people were having rage issues and they had to learn to control it. Maybe they might have some way of helping you get in touch with this
Rage
trauma that you
issues?
have. Yeah.
I remember getting mad. Did I get mad?
It seems like when you went at the cloaker, you were pretty angry. You were snarling and stuff. Do you think it's something else besides anger?
I don't know. I just feel like me.
Yeah. I guess it's just one of those things where we can trick ourselves into thinking things. Or just not being aware of what's going on inside of us.
I trick myself.
Or maybe you're just trying to protect yourself by keeping these feelings away. What I'm trying to say is just like we're gonna figure this out, Core. We're gonna do what we can, and we may have to do some creative things in order to make this work out.
I forgot. I almost forgot. Have you seen my journal anywhere?
Yeah, like it's like out of character. She would have put it back where she found it after she looked at it.
That's
Just so
right.
that,
I
yeah,
totally forgot you did that. Yeah, never mind.
yeah, never mind.
Retract that. Reverse it.
Well, okay. You're not. You're. No one's joking, right? No one's making a funny joke right now, right?
No, this isn't a prank. We're just concerned about you.
Okay.
Like,
all right. What?
let me ask you honestly. Like, are you happy with us? Like, do you like traveling with us? Because I know we
What?
put you through a lot.
I love going around and seeing all these new things.
Okay.
I get to see a lot of pretty plants. I get to see lots of new people. I get to learn so many different things that I never would have learned here.
Okay, that's good.
So, but, and then I get to help other people. I get to help them, and I like that. I like feeling like I'm doing good and that people need me.
Okay. Well, I just want you to know, just like, you're not alone in this. Like, I've gone, like I said, I've went through a lot of trauma myself, and I managed to come through not entirely a screwed up person. So if something happens, if you feel like, if you black out and something happens, or if you're just feeling angry or lonely or just something, just please come to me about it so that I can help you walk you through it.
Okay. I guess if it comes up again. I'll try.
Okay. I'll let you just go continue your little lake project here. We'll figure this out eventually.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
And Carl, go ahead and leave Quarter doing his things.
Okay.
All right.
Carl will head back to the tower. Why are you guys throwing popcorn in each other's mouths still? Like, what is this? What is this game where that's happening? You're just wasting popcorn.
It's popcorn. That's like half of its job.
You're
It's
right. I forgot about the great popcorn shortage. A Bravoy. Hell of Golarion. It's a large issue, and everyone
All right, tone it
needs
down.
to do their part to preserve the sanctity of popcorn.
My job in this tower is to waste Arask's food.
As Prince Rogavia,
Yes.
he has to waste food. I can't even say it. It's so silly every time you say it. Can you do it? Can you please just do it right now?
What?
And then
I'm Noble
then put-
Rogavia, next in
Uh-huh.
line for the Dragon Scale throne, Prince
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Abrevoy.
And what about popcorn?
I waste it.
He lays waste to popcorn. That's part of the speech now.
Wow.
Okay, so I talked to Core.
Yeah?
Um,
They want to
yeah.
go with Scaris, or?
No, I just
No.
talked to him about the possibility of talking to Scaris.
And what
Right.
they say.
They don't really understand what the problem is. They still are just like completely blank on whatever it is that's going on. I told them if they need to talk about anything, if any emotions start coming up, to come talk to me so we can try to work things out. We have a few months, so we have like a month or so hopefully they can, maybe I can work with her a little bit. See if anything pops up. She said she's happy with us. She likes traveling with us. She likes looking at things around. She understands that the things we go through are rough sometimes. I don't know. She seems fine most of the time. But every once in a while, when things get really bad, it just gets really bad.
But that's not something we're going to worry about.
Oh, I'm going to worry the hell about it.
But we're not going to do anything about it.
I'm going to do what I can about it, but I'm not sure what I can do about it. Like I said, I'm going to try to be there for them and try to help them work through whatever is going on with their trauma. If you want an exact plan, I don't have one. I'm not someone who works with kids as a living.
This is our
I
point.
stab people.
This is our point.
I mean, I don't think any of us work with kids for a living. I have never interacted with a child more than casually.
Dorthra was out of our wheelhouse. And Dorthra's much older than Core.
Yeah.
I almost feel as if maybe a necessity for us to say that they have to go to someone like Scars. We don't know what we're doing.
Okay, so just a couple quick counterpoints. If we're talking about sending them off, that's just going to be a horrible betrayal. So if you're willing to live with that, that's cool, but that's the direction you're taking right now. Two, if we're not talking about that and we're talking about having them talk to Scars at some point in the future, we're talking about quite some time in the future, in which case planning that far ahead is kind of terrible because we're about to go diving into some sort of metal box. You guys have not really explained that super well. I've gotten metal box so far.
That's basically what we know, unfortunately.
Yes, I believe it's a better box.
With bad
Oh.
stuff. Lots of bad stuff.
Ooh,
At least we're assuming it's
ooh.
bad stuff, but it's a pretty easy assumption to make.
I think perhaps it was a thing that Arask put in the sky to hide Golarion from the Dark Tapestry, which is the evil, monstrous creatures that live outside of in space.
Yeah, and he tends to run his little projects with monsters. He powers his machines with monsters.
That seems kind of grotesque.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think. Listen. I don't think the architects really bother themselves much with morality, at least not the way that we know of it. They had a schism. Hold on. I understand you're going to roll your eyes because this is a history lecture.
She's
They
learning.
had
TED Talk, here we go.
an event. They were originally called the Astir, and they had sort of like a civil war, and they broke in half. And there were a bunch of architects that the Watcher took over. And there were, there were some architects that wanted to keep to themselves and grow, and other ones that thought were more powerful than other societies, we should take them over. And so I think the ones that we interact with are the ones who were sort of wanting to take over other peoples. Yeah. So and then the Astir had a network, a gateway network, and it broke. They called it the splintering of the eye. And then a bunch of architects joined the Dark Tapestry. Is Orask and Susio part of that? I don't think so, the way that Susio responded to the Dark Tapestry, but it appears to me that they reacted that way purely because the Dark Tapestry was encroaching on their territory. It wasn't oh no, they're evil and they want to enslave people. It was more like, these are the people I own, you can't enslave them, they're mine. Right? Is that the feeling we got?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, good. Glad we're
This is
good at
very
reading
out of
people.
my wheelhouse. We
Honestly,
came from the stars.
right.
it's been a minute. We've been missing some details. We're not exactly the most caught up, so
Right. No, that's fair. I'm sorry. You're right. A lot has been going on. And I think a lot of really bad things are going to be in our near future. I don't have a solution for the core situation. I never wanted to be their guardian. I was willing to help them out and direct them. But when it became more apparent that they were looking for some sort of moralistic guidelines, That's when I needed to bow out. So I don't know what we're going to do in that situation.
If the group believes the best course of action for the time being is to keep them close and to try to help them the best we can, I will stick along with it. I want to say, though, I think we're making the wrong decision. And that sometimes you have to do the thing that the people don't want to save the kingdom. But I'll go along with it.
Okay. Our big thing here right now is that we need to focus on saving one of our kids that are already in trouble. So let's get.
They're not our kids, Kara. I think that's the issue.
Okay, my kids. My kids are in trouble.
All right.
Fair enough. All right.
But I was thinking we get through this Dortha situation, and come hell or high water, we will go find Scaris afterwards, and we will see what we can do with if he can help Core or not. God's willing, he will. And maybe we can figure something out. But we're not making a decision about leaving anyone until we have some answers. At least that's what I want to do.
That's fair.
And if it does come to an obvious situation that Core cannot stay with us, it is not viable. It is detrimental to their life and their health. But they don't want to leave. What do we do then? Because that's the situation we're in right now. And unfortunately, we have a bit of a time crunch, so we can't force the issue right now, but that is what we will be dealing with ultimately.
I'm willing to revisit that once we get through this current situation. But yeah, if it seems like it's best for Core that he not travel with us, then I think he should not travel with us.
It seems for now we're delaying this. And that's fine. None of us really have an answer. So we put it off. Hope it fixes itself. And if it doesn't, we'll talk on it more later.
Okay.
Sounds great.
It doesn't.
A great solution.
Of course it doesn't. But we're diametrically opposed right now. And
Well, honestly, the only other option is to take him to Scaris now, but that's going to take us time from doing the other thing we need to do.
Right,
So
no,
it's really
Dortha.
not Sophie's choice here at this point.
I don't know who she was, but
It's a bad joke.
I'm assuming she had to make a really rough choice.
She did.
Just keep in mind, wilderness is still just right out there. Always available.
Well, we have her cleaning up the environment right now, so hopefully that'll mellow them out.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I need to go down to the town. So I'll be down there for 2, maybe 3 days.
By the way, was that Core Scream in character?
Yes.
Oh.
It's fine.
But it's just...
The fish.
This is awful.
Oh, I thought the fish were attacking them. Sorry. That's good.
Why?
I will be back Friday. I'd like to have a talk with everyone then. But
Alright.
for now, I'm going to get going. So I'll see you all in a few days.
I'm the dead algae in the pond. I'm gonna clean it up and scoop it on the lawn. Do 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 do.
All right.
FYI, Maddie, if you do go into town, they are gonna think you're like friends with them and stuff.
Why?
Because this guy made a bunch of friends in town.
Ah, right. That's okay. I have friends in town. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I've mostly stayed in the tower for a long time, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Free friends. I suppose that's a benefit.
I
They
guess
just-
that's one way to look at it.
They just know nothing about me. They'll get my name wrong, and it'll be super embarrassing. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. Maddie gets up and walks out.
Yeah.
Just Kara and Asa just stand sitting in silence.
Not entire silence. Asa's eating popcorn.
Oh my god.
It's true. I'm eating
No.
popcorn.
Anything but that. Anything but the popcorn.
That's all I got for the day. Bo's gonna head down to town. That'll take probably a day.
Are you making your way downtown?
Making my way. I am.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo, wait up! And Sarah's gonna run out.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleep
Oh,
all
thanks God, so I
night,
can read
work
books.
all day.
Kara's gonna tag along with Bo if he will let her.
How does the rest of that song go? I don't know. Popcorn popping off the apricot tree.
Just terrible child songs.
We don't know where she learned, or we don't know where they learned any of them. None of them have ever been sung here before.
All right. So, Kara and Bo are heading into town. What's everybody else doing at the tower?
Maddie's going to start training. She wants to burn some energy and get resituated with living again.
Just a little bit of energy. Just a little bit of energy to just.
That
Nice.
makes sense.
Can I just have a little bit of energy? No.
Anybody else do anything? If not, we will just go ahead and skip ahead.
Since we're gonna be shutting down the tower, I am in there with
Sir Fluffington?
yeah the Sir Fluffington the Third. I am in
I
there.
remember my name. I have a name tag right here.
I can read it. Yes. And I'm just reading as many books as I can about arcane theory and everything I can possibly read about. I think I know so much about the Dark Tapestry by now, but yeah, just I'll read on anything. Yeah. Probably
this is fine.
probably a lot about different crafting, because I know that I've been sort of tinkering with stuff, so I can start doing magical crafting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll probably try and read about crafting, about different techniques and different ways to get around common issues and stuff like that.
Makes sense. All good justification for the level up.
Create fireball scrolls. For me.
Wah.
I mean, I could. I think.
I'm gonna
I
s-
think.
I'm gonna
think
swing a
we-
fireball sword.
All right. So by night, Bo and Kara get to town.
So what are we doing here?
You just came along just 'cause?
Yeah, I just wanted to do something, I guess.
Oh,
and
Okay.
it's just kind of awkward, just being in the. You know, it's fine. There's something I want to talk to you about, like, short, briefly. It's not going to be like a huge thing.
We walked
But,
for hours. Why?
I know, right?
It's
It's just going to take a second.
okay. All
Okay.
right.
You know, after I have a deep, meaningful conversation with a child that I'm trying to steer to the right course, I get a little quiet afterwards, all right?
Sure.
Just going through a lot, okay?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
anyway.
Fuck off.
I want to do some training, and I'd like to train with you a bit.
What kind of training are you looking to do?
Like grappling techniques and such.
Sure. Sure. I could show you how to do something of that sort.
Alright, good.
Could just help you. I could pass on some of Master Scaris' teaching. So I'm sure you could pick it up.
Alright. I need to pick up more bullets too anyway. These things run out like so fucking quickly, you have no idea.
Yes, I could imagine. That's basically what I'm down here for. I need to buy some things. I want to buy a bow staff and some runes and possibly some books. Also, I'd like some potions, but I don't have that much money. I just have these gems.
I have potions, so.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
it's just like what the party has.
we need health potions desperately.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, we should all have some health potions on us at all times if possible.
Man, where is Bo getting this money?
I have gems, but I won't have enough for potions. I'll have enough for a bow staff, some runes, and the books. But
Oh yeah, when we get back, we should totally ask that architect guy about your ring.
oh, good idea. I did not think about that. That's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be,
should-
Dear
well,
Lord.
I was thinking about it on the way back, just like we totally could have done that, and then it's just like hindsight,
Yes.
what a bitch.
Exactly. No, great idea. But I planned on being here for at least a full day, so I think we should just go rest.
Oh look, I
Tomorrow
have
we-
all these coins. They're assorted.
You have money?
Yeah, remember I got all those coins.
What kind of coins?
The assorted coins, the ones that are collectibles.
Are they worth anything?
I don't know, maybe we could find someone who collects stuff.
Sure. I mean, it's night now, so
Oh yeah, so now I was getting in first.
Yeah.
Came here to make money, we're gonna spend money. Anyway. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it in.
we go to get in a room. Sleep.
Alright. Easy enough to find a room. The town is more than happy to have people coming in. You see that the town is a little bit more, like, even though it's nighttime, there's a little bit more activity at the inn. Seems like some people are starting to show up at town again.
Nice. So I'd like to buy a bow staff. Can I find that?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh,
You
that's
pick up a stick. It's
Okay.
a cool stick.
it's a more
It
than
is
just a
staff
stick.
wielded by bow, so it is now a bow staff.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ah.
god. No one saw that joke coming from a mile
Yeah.
away.
I did. It was in the chat, so I saw it
Yeah, I
coming.
know. That's what I mean. Oh,
Put a pink ribbon on it.
no.
It's a bow with a bow with a bow.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
it appears to be common, so yes, you can in fact find a bow staff for sale.
Nice. Can I
Incredible.
find someone that is selling runes and that could put runes on to the bow staff?
Unfortunately, you go looking for the town's magic shop, where they might sell some, but it seems that the shop has closed up. When you inquire about it, you find that the previous proprietor of the shop decided to up and leave to take on a life of adventuring.
Oh no.
Damn it,
Oh yeah,
Asa.
bow.
Oh no.
Yeah, bow.
The flashback is coming.
What?
Yeah, I have a striking rune and a potency rune.
Oh! That you aren't using?
Yeah, they're just in the bag.
Oh, perfect. Well, I'll have Asa put them on later.
You know,
We are gonna find that guy's corpse on the road one day. It's
Uh,
gonna be real sad.
And then I'll eat him.
I
we're gonna
also
find him where he's 20th level, and he's gonna be like, save us in the 13th hour.
yeah.
No.
He's gonna be like,
no.
"This is for you, Asa."
Yeah, he breaks down a fucking stone wall while we're in prison. Asa, my darling, I'm here.
Oh my god.
I'm like, just leave us here. It's fine.
I have no relation to this person.
I did take chainmail off of someone's body in that prison. Can I sell it?
Yeah.
How much should I get for it?
What's the value of a chainmail?
6 GP.
Yeah, dude.
There you go.
Nice.
Congrats. You did it. You made some.
Well, actually, hold on. How much is a poster?
Oh my god.
2 silver. Okay. So
Yeah, that
Alright.
shouldn't be the worst thing ever.
Now, Bo, I have 575 GP worth of assorted coins. Do you want to just go ahead and sell it on a big lump, or see if we can get some collectors and get more out of it?
here, if we want to get the best bite for a buck, here is probably not the best place for it. But do you have like any actual money outside of that?
Oh yeah, I have got. I got 34 gold pieces.
Okay, well, it's something, I guess.
All these kukris. I have so many fucking kukris. I have no idea.
I had the gyms too. I'm just worried that because we're going to be traveling, so we're going to have to need gold for the group for inns, supplies.
Oh, we have rations for days.
Good. Actually, I have 3 weeks of rations. Well, I might as well buy some over down here. How much are rations again?
No, you don't. You don't need to buy rations.
How much rations do you have?
I have 13 packs. 13 weeks.
I mean, divided amongst us, I still think we might need some, right?
All right. If
'Cause
you really want.
it's a
I'll-
long
I'll-
it's a long trip.
Yeah.
What are they? Rations. Nope, that's ration tonic. 4 silver? 4 silver. Good. Well, I have 8 silver now, and I bought a bow staff, so I'll just buy 2 more weeks. That'll put me up to 5 weeks. That's plenty for me.
All right. I should sell this tassel.
Should you? Isn't that something that Asa would very much like to have?
Yeah. I'll keep it.
I think that's a
Not
good
to be
idea.
petty.
Perfect. And is there a place where I can buy books here, sis?
There is a small shop, yeah.
I would like to look for books on dragons if they have them. If there's a specific one about magma dragons, I guess so. But I guess I'm more looking for dragons in general. Any information I can learn on them.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be reasonable enough that you can find a book on dragons.
Nice.
It's like Dragonology, the illustrated guide.
I'm
Bo,
A little pop-up book. Whenever you change the page, a little dragon like pops out from the.
Yeah. Unironically, I
Nice.
do have that book.
I think.
Somewhere in my boxes of my childhood things. Yep. That was the shit.
Oh, and any books on martial arts and anything about wielding bow staffs?
You don't find too much about that. You get mostly more like historical accounts or like things that people have seen and they're talking about, rather than actual instructional material.
Okay.
That's helpful.
All right. That'll be it then. I'll get the dragon book.
Oh, it's a 400 GP worth of weapons.
What? How?
I thought we found a bunch of stuff in that dungeon that we aided.
Well, I think that we can sell.
I don't know if we can sell that much here.
No, probably not all of it, but
Probably can.
wait, let's see how much they're willing to buy.
This is just a poor town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just wait till we get back to Sovereign Hill. Rain's loaded.
True, true.
Yeah, rain's loaded. We'll just wait till we get back to Sovereign Hill.
I will have to stop in there anyways before going to the cube.
I'm
Sovereign
just a
Hill.
poor boy from a noble family.
Sovereign Hill, that place we're banned from.
Are we?
A little bit.
No, they're
Oh yeah,
not.
none of y'all told us about the bad leaving. Yeah, that's right.
They're not
Also,
banned. They
that
just
town
are
is
trying
gone.
to get Dorther back. Yeah.
Probably is gone. Okay. And then is there anything that Clara wants to buy?
Bullets. That's one we're around. Bullets.
Right.
How many bullets can I buy here?
You head over to the smithy and you see that it is unfortunately closed. However, when you go searching the next day, you see that they have a few packs of stuff that is mainly used for hunting equipment. But yeah, you're able to probably fairly easily get about 100, 200 shots.
Yes. I must have all the bullets. See, it's 1 SCP for 10, so I'll go and just get 100 bullets.
So many bullet.
Oh, I actually have another book that I would like to pick up. This is something I'm totally making up, but there's Jamandi Aldori, the Sword Lord. I would like to pick up her biography, The Last Sword of Brevoy. If they have
Absolutely.
it. Perfect.
It has a little bestseller sticker
Yeah.
on the front of it.
Wow.
There's a picture with like her chin resting on her fist, and like it's black and white in the back of the book.
Leaning on their sword cane with one hand, like
Yeah.
holding out the other hand in a presentation fashion for the text.
Wow, just like Jesus, guys. It's fantastic, really. I can't judge. Can't judge.
And then before they leave, Bo would also like to buy 3 particular drinks of liquor from, or bottles rather, from the tavern. I don't have names for what these bottles would be, but they would be different bottles, different types of liquor, and probably a bit expensive. So like I'm thinking like 5 golds for 3 bottles.
Okay.
Perfect. And a glass. Or multiple glasses probably. But yeah. Well, now put all that stuff in my little pack. That is all I need from down here.
All right. And you all hunker down for the night. Are there any other things in the short term anybody wants to get done?
Oh, that is a good question. I don't fucking know.
Short term wise, yes, but that would be just when we get back to the tower. It's the talk I want to have with everyone.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Can't
and
wait.
Fast forward to the
So excited.
See, we get to fast forward again.
later on in the second day when you all finally get back to the tower.
Right. Yes. Bo, like Friday, like you said, when you come back with Kara, he'll come up to the tower, and he doesn't even like do much else. he goes into the tower and he just shouts for everyone. Could everyone come out to the pond, please?
To the pond.
We head out to the pond.
Yep.
Head out to the pond.
Uh,
What a pond.
Bo then, waits until everyone's there, and he sits down, takes out the glass and the other 3 liquors, and he pours himself a drink called a Brevoyan Blender. And he takes a long sip and a deep breath. Tell me about the
You're not
dragon.
gonna- What?
Alright, so it was a magma dragon. Pretty sure we confirmed that. It made people kneel before
Uh-huh. Yeah.
it. It
Where did it
had
come
like
from?
fun.
Start from the beginning. Tell me the whole story.
That was so many episodes ago. I don't remember anything.
Okay.
Why don't you
Okay,
just
so we
watch-
were in
watch the
Brevoy.
show?
We were in Brevoy. And then we
Yes,
heard an
we're-
explosion.
We were in Brevoy. We definitely were.
Yep, we were in Brevoy, New Stettin. Specifically New Stettin.
Specifically New Stephen.
Yes.
And there was an explosion. We heard it and it woke us up in the middle of the night. We bunkered down in the inn. Asa went off to go investigate,
Mm-hmm.
and she found out that there was a magma dragon that was flying around, blowing
Mm-mm.
stuff up.
Mm-mm.
What? It wasn't?
No, I didn't find any of that. The keep looked as if the magma dragon had erupted from inside of it,
Yeah,
was-
like it.
curled
Yeah.
curled around from the inside.
Yeah,
It
like
wasn't
the
flying
castle-
around. But No, you describe it. You were there.
Yeah, like the castle became like the outer like mountain, like a volcano, and just
Out of
It's like
character,
it-
we're remembering this differently then.
No, it-
From what I remember, the dragon was inside the castle.
It was.
Yeah.
It
And
came
came
from
out-
inside.
It
Came
Okay.
from inside the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it wasn't flying around blowing stuff up. It just curled out from inside. And it was like, sup. And then when we were like, this is bad news, and we
Yeah.
ran.
Okay, so like she explains that the thing came from inside the castle, and made people the people who were the soldiers and stuff kneel before it.
What do you mean it made them?
Did it?
commanded. It was a command.
I
And then
think
they just
only I
listened.
and Quinn were there.
No, I was there.
Were
No
you?
one was
No,
technically there. No
I
one was there. It was your familiar who saw everything and reported back.
No, I think someone snuck
No,
out and
we
Quinn
were there.
followed.
We went to New
It was-
Stedfin and bought the frickin' tongues. We bought the tongues.
No, we were in
both
New Stephen.
were-
Yes,
Right.
We're
No,
talking about
everybody
at
was in
the
New
castle.
Stephen.
We were we were in the tavern, and then at
You're
night.
t- You're talking about the familiar seeing the dragon commanding things.
Yeah.
Okay. The familiar saw that specific thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Asa went out,
Right.
and then Quinn followed her, and then Quinn was like, "What the fuck are you doing? There's a dragon," and I was like, "All right, well then I'm gonna send my familiar to look at stuff," and so that's how we know about anything that happened,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened, but that's what happened. Like the dragon was all like, "Grr, I'm gonna command you to bow down and stuff." I'm not 100% sure this is
Right.
what the
That's
word
fine,
said,
cool.
but
That's fine.
yeah.
Asa.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it through your familiar.
Mm-hmm. Well, my familiar can speak with me. And she told me everything that happened.
Did the dragon speak?
I don't remember. I'd have to watch the episode again. I'm trying to desperately look at my notes.
Yeah, you couldn't even watch the episode because you went in the quiet chat, in the conspiracy chat to do it.
Oh shit!
It's just like all the secrets just get lost in the ether because it's given to Rebecca.
Dang it! Wait, hold.
So many secrets that Nero had that are just lost forever.
Yeah.
I remember all the narrow secrets.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm sure.
hey, Rebecca, it's almost as if maybe you should get a nice fancy journal to write a lot of that shit in.
I have a journal that I wrote everything in, but the thing is that I don't remember when it happened.
I'm just plugging
that was,
to get a nice and fun book binding.
Oh, that was a plug.
That was,
Yeah.
it's been months now, right? I mean,
Honestly, we had very little information about it regardless. Basically, what we've told you is what happened.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't remember if the dragon. I remember that people kneeled before the dragon, but I don't know if the dragon commanded them, like used
Right.
a spell, or if the dragon was just like kneel, and they were like, "Well, I mean, you make a good point, man.
All right.
you are a magma dragon."
So I found my notes from what happened there.
I know.
Do you have the date?
My
I'm-
recap.
Well, here's the thing.
Stuff that I have down.
Do you want to tell them, because I know some stuff that they're forgetting, and like it could just be good story if they don't tell Bo that, like, they forgot it.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
middle of the
Yeah, let's
night.
do that.
What
Most
day
of the-
was it? What
the-
day was
the-
it?
I don't remember.
I'll tell you. It was 9/4/2023.
Oh my god, 9/4.
It was last year.
In the middle of the night, most of the party hears an explosion coming from the Ruby Palace. So we attempt to ignore the commotion. Another explosion happens at the Ruby Palace, and then Asa spurs herself towards the conflict, and then you're using a familiar to go look at it, and then they see the magma dragon. So there was like 2 explosions. Likely, like the first, probably the dragon maybe really breaking free, and then the second one, I believe, was just further destruction of the dragon rot, I believe.
Yeah.
And I honestly didn't write too much about it either, but that is essentially what happened. We left New Stedfin. We tore hell through leather out of there because no. But yeah, New Stefan is probably not looking too hot, I'm sure. Or who knows? Under new management seems to be a very safe statement.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes. He forced soldiers to kneel. You were right about that, Muddy, sorry. And he had the dragon wore a Rogarvia crest.
There it is. I
Yes.
was waiting
Yeah.
to see if you remember that or not.
Yeah.
On my notes, I'm like, where are they?
I was like, that's
'Cause
a very important thing that I wonder if you're
'cause
going
I
to tell them or
take-
not.
I take all my notes in the same binder, like all my notes for all my campaigns. So then I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
this is the wrong one. Wait, this is the wrong one.
Oh no, I use different books, but I also only have this campaign to worry about, so I guess.
So definitely magma. Definitely forced soldiers to kneel and wore a Rogarvia crest. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a big deal. And I think I did tell that to
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah.
Kara.
You
Kara.
Quinn and Core, and yeah, I think you sold that to basically everyone because we
Yeah.
were all the way back to
Yeah, that was really
the
important.
tower by that point.
So the dragon came out of the keep. It's forced everyone to kneel to it. Was there anything else?
Unfortunately, we all
Well, it
Time to
had a
get back to the
Rogarvian
tower.
crest.
Right, it wore the Rogarvia crest,
ran. Oh yeah.
which is probably a really important detail.
Yeah.
What do you mean it wore the Rogarvian crest?
I don't know how to say it in a way that's different than those words.
But
the Rogarvian crest, it was worn by the dragon.
like armor?
I don't remember if it was like armor. I don't think it was like etched into it. I think it was like a separate thing.
Yeah, it was ornamentally worn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a necklace or something like that, or like a neck guard, maybe. I don't know. Would that be accurate?
How does a dragon just come out of a castle? Especially one big enough to destroy a castle.
Well, I mean, that usually means that it was buried beneath it.
Or we actually know of a case where
We do.
a dragon magically appeared from a person.
Move on. It didn't happen.
Actually, there's one detail that
The
we've
cliff.
actually overlooked to tell him about, and that was the previous king was murdered, assassinated.
Right. And they were looking for the assassin.
The king was been assassinated?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So then a few weeks later, the dragon popped out of the castle.
Yes.
So Brevo has no ruler and there's a dragon that's destroying its capital.
I don't think the dragon's destroying its capital. I think that's incorrect conjecture. I believe the dragon is ruling New Stetvin.
Not more by now.
Bo just looks exasperated and takes another drink.
There's been a lot going on when we were on a different plane of existence.
How long ago was this?
I don't know, September?
Probably months.
It's been
I
months.
shouldn't sing that as that sadly.
Months.
Yeah, a while now.
Has there been any news?
No.
We haven't been here.
We haven't been here. We've been in the tower and then in Yorgamont.
Of course. Of course.
Maybe maybe some of the townsfolk might know about now, but
In the town, did it seem like they were having any issues with trade?
There seem to be a decent amount of folk. The magic person, he closed up shop, went on some adventure.
Yes,
That's-
I said that.
Right, yes, but, you know, it seems that he actually did it.
What?
I thought you were, like, suggesting it to him. I didn't know that he actually went.
I'm a very convincing person.
Right. There was a lot of people down there. It seemed as if they weren't struggling.
Because we fixed the mines. We did the ritual to keep the goop away from the mines, the time shenanigans.
yeah. So they're fine, I guess, with that. But I don't
Right.
really know.
Well, I
do
thought that
know
maybe if something was going on in New Stetvin, if the dragon was limiting trade or something like that, then that would have affected the market down in town. But if it seemed like everything was going okay, then maybe the dragon is just ruling.
it's so weird. But if
So
it's making people obey him, then
It's not
I
good.
don't know. Don't most rulers make people obey them?
not like that. As far as I know, I mean, like he just literally said like.
If
What
there's
do
a...
I-
you do? They all like did it at like the same time, and it was weird,
You-
right?
I,
What
It-
do you just like say? Yeah, I'm gonna kneel. Like,
if a giant magma dragon that just punched itself out of the place where my ruler used to live asked me to kneel, I would probably do it, you know? If I was just town guard making a silver a day, probably would just kneel.
The thing...
or you could run away, right?
For, you know, as long as it took your body to crispify, I suppose.
It doesn't matter. The point is that this dragon, it's wearing the Golarion crest.
Mm-hmm.
The vanishing happened something like 20 years ago. And-
20 years ago?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Well, see, that's what
I
I
thought
thought.
it was
I
longer
thought,
than
I thought
that.
it was 100 years ago, but Seth said it was like 20 years ago.
I thought it was like 100
No.
years ago. Because I thought I was the only one alive for it. And that's why it's so
Give
weird
me
that
one
Bo's
second.
alive.
I thought it was 100 years ago.
The vanishing occurred in 4699.
So that would have been 1999 in our time. So it's 2024 is the current time. So
What?
yeah, it's like 20 years.
The current
25
year
years.
is 47XX, where XX is the last two of our year. So we are in the 2024. So their year is 4724.
Hmm.
The vanishing happened 4699, so it happened 25 years ago.
25 years. Okay.
Wow, I thought it happened a much longer time ago.
Oh,
So Coral the Conqueror took over Brevoy about 200 years
200.
ago.
Right.
The family of the Rogarvians ruled for about 25 years, or sorry, for about 2 centuries, then disappeared. And there's been, a power vacuum for that 25 years, with the Sertova family having
Right.
ruled over Brevoy instead.
Right. I remember all that about the Sertova family.
With the vanishing, my family and any remnants of them were gone. And now there's a dragon wearing our crest, popping out from the castle itself. I mean, I thought I was the only one that had made it back from whatever that was. And even if I was the only one, or I'm not the only one, why is there a dragon that's wearing our crest? Coral, he worked with dragons. He had a way with them, and they helped take over Brevoy, Red Dragon specifically. But we don't. I don't know. None of this adds up, and it's even worse because with the vanishing, I don't have my damn memories. It's just patches. I can't even tell you if I had a dragon in my family. I remember bodies but no faces, and when I try to think of names, it's like air. And it's all patchwork. So I wouldn't even know where to start with this. But what I do know is that my family aren't good people. And if someone is in the keep wearing my crest, it's almost guaranteedly not a good thing for the country. I want to help Dorthra. I want to save her and to make sure that she's safe. But after that, I think I have to turn focus towards Brevoy. I can't fight a dragon, but I need to figure out a way to. I was waiting a long time, much longer time, to even decide to go back home. I was nervous. I mean, I'm one Rogarvian and we don't have a good track record, but I mean, the Sertovas, I knew they were sitting on the throne and they weren't the biggest fans of us. I knew I would probably need people behind us, army, just to show presence, but now there's a goddamn dragon. I don't know.
Well, it seems pretty simple to figure out what your first step ought to be. So, first step originally would have been to gather allies, form some kind of army, make a stand, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
And that worked when you were fighting a country, a ruler, whatever. None of that applies anymore because Dragon. Dragon leading a country immediately changes everything because no one's going to back your fucking play. So, instead, you need to find answers. Answers are much more powerful than what allies can immediately bring in. This is the second case we have of magical fucking dragon appearing.
It's true. And we know that there's cursed objects out there that had turned the people down there to dragons on their name day, the 18th. It could be
Right.
possible that the other artifacts of coral could do the same thing. I know they're out there. The crown, the scepter, the stone.
It's also possible it's an old dragon. If it's an old dragon, though, someone's got to know its name. It's got to have history. So that's another avenue. Like, there's a lot of things we don't know. And before you start charging in, I think it's time to figure out some of the basic information to start, so you can come up with a game plan. If this is a case of magical curses gone bad, then where's curse 3, 4, 5, etc.? Because I'm going to assume there's more than 2.
It's more than likely. Especially if they are all tied to these artifacts from coral. They would guarantee there be more curses, but if they aren't, you're right. Why would there only be 2? There's a lot we don't understand, and we'll need answers.
What we might want to do is, after we rescue Dorthra, head back to Mevon and talk with House Kilvis, because if something's going on in Brevoy, the Mevon might have spies there to tell us more about what's going on. Because they kind of hate your family.
Exactly, but that's the thing. They still don't know I'm Rogarvian.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they owe
might have
us a
information
little
for us.
bit, but how much are they going to be willing to actually give us?
I don't know. We can try to barter with them. Barter our services once again.
I do want to ask, obviously, we're going west to get to Dorthra. I'd like to pass through New Stettin. Not to stay, not to even do anything. But I need to see what has happened to my city.
Okay, well, if we can, let's get some intelligence about what the city is like right now before we go marching in. Maybe there's someone in town, or maybe on the way there we may be able to talk to someone to find out what's going on with New Stettin. You might not even be able to get in there, for all we know.
We might not want to go inside of it directly to begin with. Just in case my idea of that being a second curse or whatnot is horribly wrong and that's an old dragon, it might have your scent. Best to avoid giving it the ability to track you.
It's possible. I wasn't
That's a
there,
good point.
so it could be.
I don't think I don't think you should go.
Because
I I'll be right back.
What's that about?
I do not know.
AC, you were saying something?
Would I be able to discern the age of the dragon from what I saw?
It's a good
It's
question.
not-
No,
really-
it would be too difficult to tell because they were in a humanoid form when you saw them. They were bipedal
What?
and whatnot as they
What?
exited
What?
the.
They were a bipedal dragon?
Yeah, they were on 2 legs as they walked out of the big gates from the castle, and
Oh, yeah,
they
that's-
told all the soldiers to kneel.
That's the other thing we forgot to tell them. It's an eternal dragon. We established that.
Yes, I wrote that down, and then I didn't remember that. That's why I wrote that down. That it was the eternal dragon.
I never remembered that. I always,
But
Alright,
now that
I've
you
always
say that,
pictured just a normal
Kara.
dragon.
I thought it was like I thought it was like bulging out of the castle. That's
Same.
what it felt like.
It was like the big gates that lead into the castle opened up, and from within walked out this magma dragon and, this glorious regalia and the Regarvian symbol on him, looked at all the soldiers who were coming to, defend the throne, only to see this dragon, being walking out of it, and tells them all to kneel. And they all took a knee.
Okay.
Yeah, what an idiot! Explosions from the Ruby Fortress. There was a fire inside. The humanoid dragon came out. Eternal dragon, probably. Good job, Rebecca. Sometimes, if I read my notes, I can remember what happened.
Let's be honest,
Sometimes.
this was like 8 months ago, so
Oh,
you're
God.
good.
Kara's gonna follow a core, by the way.
An eternal dragon. That's a ancient dragon that has condensed their power.
So, an eternal dragon is it's complicated, but dragons basically are immortal, right? They can live
Right.
forever. And the longer they live, the more powerful they get. But you have to live a really long time to get all that power. So what eternal dragon, the Lux Aeterna that they undergo, basically condenses down the time to get all that power, but then they don't have, either they don't grow as big or they don't get as much time, right?
It is speculated that they don't get as much time, but
Right.
it's difficult to say because eternal dragons fuel their growth by getting out there and doing a lot of stuff, which causes them to die in greater numbers. But it may not be because of the curse, it may not be because of the ritual, or maybe it is. It's hard for them to say.
Mhm.
It is unclear. But
There's
one way or the
scholarly
other,
debate.
So good. Perfect.
it's a
One way or
scholarly
the
debate, yeah.
Well, this makes a bit more sense now, because more than likely that it is ruling the country. It's not some massive dragon. It's a being. And a Rogarvian. Why?
It is not impossible to get a Regarvian crest and then to appear as a red dragon, a magma dragon, is not impossible.
It's true. It could
That doesn't
be.
mean that it has anything to do with Coral or to do with Rogarvia or anything like that. I mean, does it? Possibly, but that doesn't mean it's not a necessity.
But why pretend? That dragon,
Legitimacy?
it would have the power that it wouldn't need legitimacy.
Right, but sometimes legitimacy helps. Or maybe Coral has a curse on the throne or something.
I don't know. You could be right.
Well, I could be wrong. You know, that's the problem doing conjecture when you don't have lots of information is anything can be possible, but what's probable?
Well, Clara and Gore are gone now, but we'll ask them later. But
Core's not that far away. Like, you will likely be able to hear the conversation that they have, just FYI. But
I want to ask because I do not want to assume. This is my problem. And it's a deadly problem. So I don't want to assume that you all should come. But I'd like to ask for your help.
Maddie looks over at Asa.
Well, no, of course not. That sounds like a big you problem. Not to be flippant. Of
Bo.
course, Bo.
Bo was in the middle of saying to Maddie, "Is she serious? I can never tell." Was that her sarcasm? And he's like, "Oh wait, okay." Matty?
I've been in on this for like, how long you been living in the stairs?
good few years.
Yeah, I've been part of this plan for a while, man.
I know. I just wanted to
I'm
give you two
insulted
an
that you
option.
asked.
I wanted to give you the option. I'm glad to know it was the answer I expected. What are those two talking about?
Find out.
Core. What's going on? What's the matter?
What?
You said you needed a minute. Like, what's going on? You were getting something.
I just need a minute, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna use aura perception on her. Let me go and get it. Get my aura perception up. Aura sights.
Read that soul.
Read the soul.
Focus on a similar without blinking for 1 minute.
You asked.
With her snake eyes.
Target's current attitude towards you, friendly, indifferent, so on. Parent emotional. It's only one of these things, right?
It's all of them.
Or any or all. Okay, so what do you need to know?
Well, what's the current emotional
hang
state?
on.
I can pretty much guess it, but I'll go for it. Emotional
Hang on,
state.
there's a roll.
Oh, there's a roll.
Yeah, Gene rolls a secret occultism to check against your target's deception.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably got a message.
Okay, so what you see the three things there? What
Yeah.
are you answer for core?
I'll see if it like hits the deception DC. But I can't really call it like.
No,
Like,
there's nothing
she's-
you need to roll. It's
Oh,
something
okay.
I do in secret completely. All you
Okay.
need to worry about right now is answering the 3 bullet points.
Okay. Apparent attitude is fine. Their attitude towards you is fine. Like it's they're clearly not agitated about you. If that. In terms of emotional state, they are frantic. They are, in a little bit of a deeper term, they are, it's like heavy anxiety, dread, things of that nature. Physical health seems to be fine. Seems to be basically all right. Beyond that, not much else.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna just take a few steps back and be right here if you need me. Just go through what you need to go through. All right.
Kara says this after staring unblinkingly at you for a solid minute.
She's not paying attention to that. She's thinking about something else.
Just go away.
All right.
Just let me figure this out. I just said Bo shouldn't go. That's all I said. And everyone looked at me like I had 2 heads growing out of my shoulders. I just said I don't think it's a good idea.
All right, that's fine. It's fine.
That's all I said.
I'm just gonna give her space. Give them space.
Then my cat thinks I'm the one in emotional distress and then tries to bite me somehow to make
Yep.
them feel better. Core walks off into the tower.
All right.
Bo just shakes his head a little bit, watching her. Well, all that's down the line. But thank you. And I do mean this from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for sticking with me on this. I'm gonna have a few more of these. Kind of like shakes the glass a little bit. And then I'm going to think... Oh, actually, I do need to go see, what was their name again? God, am I already drunk? What was the architect's name?
Susio?
Susio, yes.
Yeah.
I
Like
have,
Rufio, but not.
I have a ring that I don't know what it does. And, kind of want to go,
Oh.
alright, hey, so yeah, take a
Do
look
you
at
want
this.
me to look at it?
Yeah, and he kind of, he just holds up his ring finger where it kind of looks like he's flicking her off. But, look. I don't know what it does.
It's not really that funny.
It's pretty funny.
I know you think it's funny, but it's...
Bo
No.
looks to Maddie, you see Maddie's laughing.
Maddie's got a smile.
Yeah.
She's not chuckling. She's not drunk.
It's, the guy said that it didn't give off any sort of magical presence when they tried to detect magic on it, but he could tell it was magical.
Wow. All right. I guess I'll look at it. Could you take it off for me?
Bo kind of narrows his eyes. No, I'm joking. He pulls out the ring. Yeah, sure. Sure, here you are.
All right. I'll try and see if I can figure out what this is.
No take, just look.
All right, what kind of knowledge check do you want to make to
Oh.
identify it?
Crafting.
All right, go ahead and roll me a crafting.
All right.
I've been wearing it for a few days now. Hasn't done anything to me, not that I've noticed.
Oh, is that why?
What? Why what?
And this
I
is a
just-
recall knowledge in case you wanted to use your thing.
Oh, it's recall knowledge? Okay.
Yeah, when you're like, trying to remember, like, oh, what is this thing? What's going on with this?
Oh, God.
When-
Okay, yeah.
When she says
uh,
that's why, Bo starts looking over his body frantically for something wrong.
Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely use that. Roll up. Let's see. Well, I was just wondering about the growth, but it makes sense now.
What?
All right, taking some time to look over the ring, examining it and recalling information that you studied in your time on magical crafting and whatnot. You can tell that whatever the magical purpose of this ring is designed with a number of etchings and runes that could amplify some form of magical property. Sorry, it's getting late. It is designed in such a way that it could contain a significant amount of magic, more than would normally be able to fit inside of such a small object. So there are like runes and whatnot placed along it, etched into it that make it have a higher capacity.
Okay. So it can hold, like, more runes than normal.
It can hold more magic within it.
Hold more magic.
Like,
So is it like
spell
a spell storing?
it's like, imagine if you had like a regular ring as a AAA battery. This is a D cell.
Just start shoving Tassin in it.
So says.
Mhm.
In mechanical terms, what does this do?
It is unclear
Oh my
what it
God.
does magically,
Shit.
just that it is designed in such a way to house a significantly greater amount of magical power than would otherwise be the case. You'll have to analyze it from a magical angle to get anything further.
All right. Well, then I will do Arcana.
In the
I'll
in the
use this
middle
again.
of her like studying it and waving magic and all that around, Bo takes out the bow staff and the two runes the card gave him. He says, "By the way, when you get a moment, could you attach these to the bow staff?" He's like pushing it in
I
her, pushing it
cannot.
towards her.
I
Just whenever you
cannot.
can. Just
Yeah, in about 5 weeks.
oh, 5? Oh,
Yes, for some reason we
for
decided
some reason.
to take extra long to level up. Thinking it would be cute. It allows lots of roleplay.
That choice.
And every day I flagellate
Every
myself.
day,
Guys, it's fine.
suffering.
It's been months.
Thinking
It's
about-
awesome.
All right, looking at examining the ring in more detail from a magical perspective, you bring out like one of your books to help you along and whatnot. You can tell that this ring is capable of helping shroud magic. The higher capacity that's built into it is meant to almost buffer a spell and then release it in a more subdued form than it otherwise would be.
So it's like subtle meta magic.
Yeah, to an extent. It's not a full-on subtle trait, but
Okay.
it would help you cast spells without people noticing. In mechanical terms,
Mm-hmm.
if you were trying to cast a spell in secret, you will have a bonus to your stealth check to do so.
Oh, neat.
It acts as a meta magic that you activate before casting a spell.
It's just like I'm keeping this.
It
Use it
doesn't
with
do
your
anything at
lectures.
all.
Nothing, really. That's horrible. Well, I guess I wasted money. Would you like it?
I mean,
It goes.
you just giving it away.
It kind of goes with your look there, you know.
What the lying look?
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what? Offering a ring to a lady has certain connotations. I'm just throwing that out there. 'cause
Yes.
I'm gonna
You're
talk to
from
you
the
for the next
woods.
Yes.
or
Yes.
so about it.
This is what they do in the woods, Maddie.
In the woods. You don't know
Look,
what
I
they
don't
do in the
question what-
woods.
I don't question what the deers and the antelopes and whatnot do. Okay, like I just accepted and moved on with my life.
Don't you,
And they share rings with the ones that they,
Bo?
mate with.
Bo
I'm
goes over.
totally gonna make sure you guys know about this forever now.
Bo puts an arm around Matt. He points at Ace. He says, "You don't know what happens in the woods. Don't act like you do. How dare you, Ace? Wear your ring."
I know what happens in the woods. Bo and Maddie die.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
This ring allows you to affect how a spell goes off. So, spells usually require lots of different things, right? Moving your hands, usually saying something, having some sort of material. It's all very flashy, very obvious. This ring allows you to cast spells in such a manner that that is not so obvious. So you can be a little more discreet when you cast a spell.
Oh, perfect. Well, you should wear it then.
You.
I don't
Can't
have
carry it.
magic.
Can't carry it. Too heavy.
Her hands on the
Well, I
ground,
mean,
whatever
what's it
you
made
do.
out of? Like balsa wood? Because I can carry it if it's made out of balsa wood.
Why are you
Otherwise,
sweating? It's night.
I have two rings on. It's really.
We're sitting by a
I'm having a
pond,
rough
Asa.
time. I have a baseline 10 strength. It's not negative.
I refuse to see Ace as anything other than a 6 in strength. Just utterly.
What's your bulk capacity? At what point do you become encumbered?
Yes.
I like 50 bulk.
Oh shit.
Encumbered at 5. All right. All right?
Yeah,
You guys happy? You happy to hear that? Encumbered at
Asa
5.
needs a lifting belt.
It's true.
Those things are awesome.
Sure
Yeah.
are.
But take it.
Right, well,
Wait,
I mean, you don't think anybody else would want to use it?
I mean, what's Maggie? Do you have? You do cast spells, Maggie. That's true. But you're more up in the face. You're not really subtle with it. Would you like it?
No, I'm very loud with my spell casting.
So cast Thunder Wave.
And then and cause spells are more healing focused. So I mean, I can't really see anywhere would want to hide that. So, I think you're the perfect person for it.
Maybe so the enemies don't know who the healer is.
Who said that?
Anyone.
Who
God?
was that?
Hello? Rask, are you home?
Solve all of our problems.
Please take the
Who
children.
is this healer you speak of? They don't exist. Who are
Well,
they? Are they
I'll-
even a person?
I'll hold on to it, and if at any point you decide that you're going to get more involved in spells and you'd like it back, just let me know.
Sure. If nothing else, it could be good selling piece for money later on.
That's true, because I don't have a ton of sneaky spells. Surprisingly, not sneaky. Not really my
No.
forte.
Oh, if you wear it, maybe you wouldn't have to shout pepper breath every time you throw out fire.
That's true. Oh, no. You have to put it on. You have to put it on so I don't have to hear those old fucking bastards talk about rocks again. Just put that on so that
What?
I get the magic and there's no more of this.
No, it's really... No, it's
no.
helping. Everybody's learning.
No, Asa. No.
I think everybody should, learn more and be smarter. Don't you think?
There's no popcorn out here.
There's rocks. You want to throw rocks at me?
Hey,
Stone her! Stone her!
Don't tempt you. Well, alright, I guess I'll take it, and then,
of course. Like you said, if we may come up with something better, but for now, just, keep it.
Okay.
All I have on my sheet is unidentified ring. I don't know if it's an actual item you can put on, but... Is it an actual item, Says?
It will be, yeah.
Okay. I should just mark that down. You got a ring somewhere.
All right, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and call it there.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
late. I didn't
I
even
am
realize.
incredibly tired.
I told y'all
So
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
go
get that
back
fucking level up.
No, we weren't.
Great roleplay session, guys.
Good session, guys.
Screw
Yeah.
progress.
We should
Mhm.
level up.
See y'all next week.
Good night, all.
See you next week.
Screw childcare.
Bye.
Good night.